Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Professor McCoy, and tonight we are back to Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, as we are continuing along our adventures on the Citadel Station of around Telos, which again, I'm sure, lots of interesting things to talk about, lots of interesting themes that are gradually developing, a lot of well, as I said on Discord, a lot of hippies versus corporatists kind of things developing. So, without further ado, that's the right one. Yeah, there we go. Get back into it. We were just now, we just left off trying to fiddle our way into these, this black market smuggling ring here, run by this Duros fellow, Saman Dobo. And we're trying to figure out how he's smuggling things in, why he's smuggling things in, and most importantly, to whom, because some of his smuggled goods ended up in the hands of some thugs from the exchange who tried to kill us not too long ago. So we'd like to know about all that. We'd like to know what we can do. To follow any leads there might be, trying to get down to the planet, trying to find the Ebon Hawk. So, that's tonight. Welcome back. How can Saman Dobo assist you? I've decided to work for you. I see. It's gotten more difficult to operate of late, and I could always use the help. I expect the pay is good. I pay extremely well, given the dangerous nature of the work. That is, as long as you do remember to carry out your tasks discreetly and effectively. Alright, what can I do for you? Basically, there are 3 items that I need to fill up my next shipment. Leaves from the Bachani plant in the Thorian Vivarium, a personal shield unit kept in their docking bay, and medical supplies from the medical unit in Residential O2. For starters, I need the Bachani plant sample. I'll try and find out the other 2 are being held while you get the leaves. Have you been to the Thorian compound in the residential module? Yes, I've been there. And you already know about the vivarium, where they cultivate the flora they import from other systems to be transported on the surface. The Ithorians are mostly concerned with the various plant species in relation to cultivating the surface of Telos. What they don't know is that... Oh my gosh. It talks too fast. I'm at it again, guys. What they don't know is that a few of their plant specimens have other uses. Indeed, their buyers are willing to pay large sums of credit for extracts of them, restricted imports and exports by the Republic because of their other uses. Because of their status with the Republic, the Ithorians are able to bypass these regulations, which presents us, with a unique opportunity. All this trouble for a few potted plants? Not even a whole one, just a few leaves of a particular specimen of the Bachani plant. The Thorians are extremely protective of their plant safe, so don't expect to just let you have it. After all, if it were that easy, I wouldn't need you to do it for me, would I? Do you have any suggestions? Yeah, should be careful. I'll leave it to you to figure out the best way to get the leaves. Alright, I'll be back when I have them. Okay, can we just... No, we can't just report back, can we? We need to hatch him in the act to get him taken care of by the authorities. Darn. Right? Let me make sure of that. Smuggling. Yeah. Smuggling. Diplomacy. Lopak, leader of the local exchange. Oh, we should speak to Lopak Slusk first. Yeah, we should do this first. Fuel source, I'll do that eventually. Ebon Hawk stolen. Pulls Batu. We can find him eventually. No, that's it. Okay, well. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's speak to Lopak Slusk on behalf of the Ithorians. Let's do that first. Now, upon, I don't remember whose, but somebody's recommendation last week, I'm having a nice matcha latte. Money Exchange Corp, right down there. Okay.
I do not approve of this alliance we have formed with Chodo Habat and his Ithorians.
I don't need your approval, Kreia.
Nonetheless, you should heed my advice. Habat has an agenda, and he hopes to tie you into it to use you to his own ends.
Yes. We need his resources. Whatever help we must give in return is necessary.
True, he may be able to help us locate the Ebon Hawk, but still, you must be vigilant.
Yeah, like, help each other. That's a thing. Mutual aid? I've no business with the exchange. Get out of here. I'm here representing Chodo Habat. Ithorian, we'd have no business with him. Then how do I set an appointment? Through a second, Luxa. She's usually in the cantina and entertainment 081. Fine. Talk to Luxa. I'm gonna go check on the Ithorian compound first, though. Anyway, I'm having a very delightful and wonderful matcha latte. Be pleasant. The vivarium was over here. And a Bajani plant. One of the many specimens the Ithorians are monitoring for the restoration project. Take a sample. So you go to take the sample, you notice a fairly complex security system. Let's try and... I should have saved first. Leave it alone. Alright, hold on. Gameplay. What is game? Quick save, quick load. Save is F4, load is F5. Okay. Take, disable. Take a sample. Leave it alone. Just a nice small little sample. Hey there. Welcome to the vivarium. What do you do here? I'm honored with the growth of the plant specimens collected here. Each of the species found on the planet's surface are represented here. It's important that we observe growth patterns in a controlled environment before large areas are transplanted. Alright, thank you. This is a very small collection, but, okay. For samples of everything to repopulate an entire planet, I guess you're not exactly going for biodiversity. Though, to be fair, maybe just not yet, which, okay. Let's go to the transit to entertainment module. Alright, let's see what Luxa has to say. There she is.
Hello there. You know, I heard about what happened at the docks. Can we talk for a bit?
Yeah, go on.
I handle vice. You know, spice, gambling, the good things in life. For the local exchange boss, Lopak Slusk.
Not looking for trouble.
Don't worry, I won't make a move on you. That Squid and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. You being one of them.
What do you mean?
Look, are you really Jedi?
I was, but not anymore.
Exactly. This exchange bounty has nothing to do with you. But Slusk, my boss, won't listen to me. Still, you seem a very capable sort.
A little bit of nuance.
Tell me, are you a capable sort?
What's this have to do with anything?
I think you're even tougher than you look. Jedi or not. So here it is. Help me with Lopak Slusk, and I'll keep the exchange off your back. And find your missing ship.
What's your problem with Slusk?
What, besides his being your typically slimy Quarren? Slusk works for Goto, out of Nar Shaddaa. Now this Goto, he's rigid, ruthlessly efficient, and all he sees are numbers. Goto keeps the Squid around because he maintains a steady flow of income. Yet it's only half of what I know it could be. I should be the Citadel's boss. But Goto doesn't allow breaks in the chain of command. I can't go over Lopak Slusk's head, so I've got to take care of him myself. And I want your help.
How would this work?
I can get you into the exchange suites in Residential 082. They're west of the entrance. More than a few of the guards are in my pocket, so there shouldn't be too much resistance inside. When Slusk's out of the way, I'll clear up this bounty matter and get your ship back. Deal?
Deal.
We'll speak again then. Best of luck, beautiful.
Oh, Zeltrons. Yeah. Alright. Zeltrons are a fascinatingly whorish species, if you will. They are hedonists, almost innately, because they have a sort of low-level telepathy. Basically, any given Zeltron, especially on Zeltros, on their homeworld, they have this sort of low-level telepathic connection, where they have a sort of sympathetic impact on other people around their emotions. So if somebody's giving off bad vibes, man, kind of thing, everyone else actually literally feels it, notices it. So everybody goes out of their way to make sure everybody around them feels just groovy, dude. And so what we see is that part of Zeltron culture is both hedonism, so they can experience more pleasure and the pleasure of people around them, but also a kind of at its best, a kind of gregariousness, wanting other people to be not necessarily better off. So it's not exactly love, but it's wanting other people around them to be happy, right? To feel good, and so that's why you see Zeltrons constantly dressing provocatively. Because, man, if you're just happy to see them, wink, bonk, then they're happy that you're happy to see them. The feeling becomes mutual, so to speak. Welcome back. How may some assist you? I have the Pachani plant sample. Excellent indeed, this is a good sample. I'll be able to derive a sizable profit from its sale. Despicable. Can you not at least try to conduct your business out of my hearing? You have no shame. You see the threatening jealousy I must put up with. If you had not been brother, I would have put him out of business long ago. Enough of that. However, the Pachani sample is excellent. Allow me to pay you 300 credits for the services. I will also give you access to purchase some special reserve items. Special reserve items I traded. Let me see. Well, how will you get the sample off the station? Simple enough. When I have a full shipment of goods ready to be delivered, place it on board one of Zerka's shuttles. One of my contacts accepts the cargo at its destination and finds buyers. You have more work? Considering your success in chaining the leaves, expect quite a bit of work in the future if you want. As long as I'll be well paid. Thorians maintain the docking bay adjacent to Zerka. I was recently told they had received a prototype personal shield generator. The Thorians use them when working outside the shielded restoration zones. The latest batch they've received takes advantage of a new advanced shield technology that I could easily find buyers for. No one has been able to gain access to the Thorian stocking bay yet, so if you can manage it, I'd be rather impressed and willing to pay handsomely. Be back with the shield. Really? I get dark side points for helping take this guy down? Let me see your special reserves. I get dark side points for trying to take this guy down. The light side points better cancel out. Let's see, what do we got? Disruptor rifle. Oh man, that's expensive. All of these are gratuitously expensive. Sith battle suit. Multi-shield generator. Immunity, stun, fury, and horror knights. Exchange Shadowcaster. Stealth. That's a stealth unit. Good one. That much. Crippling scope, huh? Nah. Alright, well, let's go keep getting more dark side points. Welcome back. Something I can get for you. Let me shop, please. 2 Kai Adept. Way too expensive. Oh, actually, that's affordable, but no. Or did I master? Oh, tempting, but no. Also too expensive. No. Defil Mimicker? Stealth +8. Oh my god, 14,000 credits though. My god. So a lot of this is going to be stuff that, if anything, we're going to have to buy when we come back here late game. Because there's a lot to buy here, and it's rather expensive. Docks are the other way. Yeah, let's do that first. Let's go ahead and do all that. If I remember right, the exchange thing is what you should really realistically do last, because that is kind of your way off the station on the planet. Kevin, hi, how you doing? Kevin says hedonism as a survival tactic could also be an adaptation. If everyone is happy, they're less likely to be a threat. That's true too, and they're also. It's also a sort of herd mentality thing where you can very easily notice if something is going horribly wrong, just generally around you. It's a prey animal behavior. Kevin says, I'm not sure how long I'll be on because I'm not getting smooth stream on my end. I don't know what's going on with it. I am doing fine over here. That's odd. Erica, if you notice anything wacky, let me know and I'll see what I can do to fix it. Yeah, I don't know. You could always try turning the quality down. That's an option. Greetings. I need to get into the bay. I'm sorry, to the current situation on the Citadel Station, I can't allow anyone access to the docking bay without proper authorization. You think it's you? Yeah, I mean, maybe. It's possible. I mean, yeah, there's always turning down the quality. You don't necessarily need to see my shining, brilliant face at 1080p. Or whatever I stream at. I still stream. I'm still doing 1080, right? Thought I was. It might have been down to 720, I'm not sure. Either way. Chodo sent me to pick up some supplies from the hangar bay. Oh, in that case, please go right in. Alright, let's go. Let's do the thing. Can I just, like, use the shuttle? Can I just take this thing? Can we just go? What are you doing here? I'm here to collect the prototype shield. Your mic keeps popping sometimes, is it? Infrequently, but enough to notice. Wonder if it's the game. Oh god, it is peaking. It's peaking when I turn towards it, isn't it? Let me just back off it a bit. How about that? I might wind up being better. I think it's peaking, which is what's wrong. I just moved it away from me a little bit. That might help. It cannot be. It is to be kept in storage until shuttle flights to restoration zones are resumed. Chodo said he would like to inspect it while he has a chance. That makes sense. It would be very bad if the experimental technology were to fail all out of the barrels. I apologize for not trusting you. Please do not let me get in your way. Okay. Okay. Taking the darn thing. Maybe, like, on our way, if we talk to the, it's still popping, really? I mean, I can fiddle with it. Oh. Here, hold on a second. Alright, any better? Maybe? Or suppression. Maybe it's the noise suppression. Turn it off. First, then suppression. That'll help. Let's go and let me know. I fiddled with it a little bit. Yeah, yes, the home screen is unfortunately this is the only way I can get KOTOR 2 to actually stream properly. But what is okay. Well, it should be mono. Let's try this again. Anyway, my beautiful home screen is about half of my beautiful home screen because I got my other monitor over here. But that is Typhon. I would say artist rendering of Typhon is something to do with concept art for the Old Republic. And you're right, it is absolutely gorgeous, and I really loved it. It's a little bit harder to find dual monitor screensavers, or not screensavers, desktop images. They're niche enough to be interesting while still being good enough quality to have as a desktop and not to be awful and all grainy, you know?
Something I can help.
Do you have any work to do?
Would you be interested in helping us by bringing in some bounties?
Sure. Tell me about the bounties.
This isn't a bounty, so to speak, but we're looking for a man named Batono who's been missing for some time. Also, 2 ruthless killers that we'd managed to capture and hold here in the TSF station escaped and are currently at large. We're also looking for any information about the imposter Batu Rem.
Tell me about Batono.
Batono was the overseer of dock operations for Zerka and was assisting us in uncovering the elusive black market smuggling operation that appears to be operating at a Citadel Station. A few weeks ago, he suddenly disappeared and hasn't been heard from since. Not much, other than what I've already told you, and the fact he was investigating Docking Bay 3. I spoke with some Zerka guards near the docking bay, but they didn't seem like they wanted to cooperate with a TSF officer. Maybe you'll have more luck. Thank you. Keep me updated. What is it?
Tell me about the criminals.
They were spotted by security cameras in the docking area, and we quickly moved in to apprehend them. We captured them shortly after you were placed under house arrest. Some sort of electrical malfunction, a side effect of the false Batu Rem's attack, enabled them to escape. They overpowered their guards and escaped into the Citadel.
So, hold on. Test. Okay, we're back. We're back over there. Okay, good. Let me check the other end. Give me one moment. Be a terrible scene. Spilling thing over. Sorry. Hang on. I'm working on it. What did who say? Oh gosh. Hold on a second. Which cord it is, and also not jiggle the cord sufficiently to here we go. Not jiggle the cord sufficiently to fill more beer. And now, over that camera back. Chance that Erica, you can get an extra paper towel or. Alright, okay, I'm working. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm making progress now. I'm actually back in front of the microphone and hoping there's no popping. Anyway, so Kevin, Kevin, you got your palm read today. That sounds wacky. Oh God. Yeah, come in. Thank you.
Put this over.
No. I mean,
Yes.
I can, but anyway. Here. Take this. All right. Stand by a little bit. Meanwhile, Kevin got your palm read. Like what? Well, I didn't do anything yet, to be fair. Now I have. So if it's working now, let me know. Or if it's still a problem, then maybe it's a problem that I can solve.
God, what did you do?
I told you I spilled the beer, and
Yeah, but it's everywhere.
this cord knocked it backwards, and then I didn't notice for a few seconds. But I got it. Anyway, Kevin says she was a shop owner, and I thought her shop was an ordinary gift shop. Then I saw the witch stuff, and she started talking to me. She told me to give her my hand, and started poking it and telling me stuff. Oh no. I mean, I wouldn't say no to an exorcism, but I mean, I don't know if it would be a priority.
I don't think.
I mean,
I know that.
well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of silly, but I don't know. It's a lot of it is just, what have your hands been doing throughout your life? And a lot of it is weird psychic pseudo-magical woo. So it's a combination thereof. Yeah. There we go. Thank you so much. I think we are all set enough. That back. I just need to take that.
Okay, there's a cat.
No, that's fine. Leave the door slightly cracked. The cat can leave if she wants. Or she can join the stream and greet the internet. Come join the internet. Oh. I want you. You're mine. You were always mine, but now you're especially mine, and you're going to be on camera. I'm back. Okay, cool. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Well, that was an ordeal, and I hope it fixed the microphone. Oh gosh. I wouldn't even... it wouldn't hurt to go to confession for it anyway, but I don't even know if it would qualify as venial, if only because it wasn't exactly deliberate. So culpability is probably lacking. Bye, cat. But in any case, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to bring up. I really hope that whole thing managed to actually fix the microphone a little bit. I don't know. We're back. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Angel. That was quite the distraction. I hope that doesn't happen again. Anyway, not much spilled. Like, surprisingly little spilled, but it made quite the mess. Okay. There we go. So, what do you know about the criminals?
There are two of them, a Rhodian and a Deveronian. They're well armed and obviously extremely dangerous. They haven't left the station as far as we know.
Good. I'll see what I can dig up.
All right, just be careful. We've already lost 2 good officers to them.
All right. I'd like to talk to you about the last bounty.
What is it?
What about this? What about Batu Rem? Whether the fake one or the real one?
You mean the assassin who tried to kill you, right? The real Batu Rem's one of us, and he's off the station on leave. I hope Batu's okay, though I'm expecting the worst. Shame. He was a good kid.
Kevin says, honestly, it was a bizarre and uncomfortable situation. She told me my aura was light blue. She felt like she was talking to Jesus. Well, it's probably not often that... it's not often that... I'm just going to say she in particular, but, that type, speak to a serious Christian in a state of grace. So, yeah, maybe it did feel like she was talking to Jesus. As far as the aura colors thing, anesthesia, I guess, or just sort of a implicit association kind of thing, where we associate certain colors, because we do this, right? We associate certain colors with certain aspects of personality, or certain feelings or impressions, or yada yada yada, any of that kind of thing, which is relatively straightforward. Which is why you see very specific coloration especially in comic books. Comic books are very, very careful about the impressions given off by colors. Oh, Kevin says she told me I had 2 ghosts following me, that I would have a long life and no kids. We'll see about that. Best of luck shaking that. As well as the ghosts, I suppose. Last time I had 2 ghosts following me, was at the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. I'm pretty sure they were a parlor trick. Very cool parlor trick. Parlor trick nonetheless. Isn't the killer's movements on the station?
Yes, we looked into it and found that he arrived via a tramp freighter in Docking Bay 3. Unfortunately, the cargo and passenger manifest as well as departure location was not disclosed to us. That's all the information I have for you. If you find anything about the real Batu Rem, we'd like to know if he's safe.
So, Docking Bay 3, we have a lot to do there. Go straight to that. I have to wonder what the whole 2 ghosts following you thing is. Like, what that would even really be referring to. Could just be that she sort of suspects a kind of some troubles in the past, that sort of thing. Like, still popped. Darn it! Really? I can clean the contacts, but it would involve spilling more alcohol, and I don't know if I want to do that. I'm doing a lot of that lately, and it's been helping a lot of things, but it's still popping. Doing it less, at least? Spill some different alcohol. Stand by. Try that at home very carefully. Must be the audio from the game too. I feel like it's jumping around. Really? Wait. So it might be OBS. That's not great. I don't have too much going on, do I? Screen recording. Shouldn't be a problem. Every 3 or 4 seconds it'll pop. Is it whenever I'm talking, or is it when I'm not talking as well? If I shut up for a little while, if it's still doing it.
Donos imaragith, wanarakorachi drumta sa inchobin sasha, dosimana rachata.
Oh, it interrupts the game noise. Oh, so maybe it's the game noise. Come on. Fix that, or try and fix that. Hello, hello. Please. Do I have any filters on here? Limiter. Put a limiter on it. Wait, you think it's the background drone? Like it's intentional in the game? It might. I mean, it's possible. Okay, yeah. Okay. Jesus. Well, let's see if a limiter helps anyway, because it might. But yeah, it is entirely possible that it's the weird background drone, because we're on a space station, there's supposed to be weird popping noises. Annoying, because I'm hearing that too. I just didn't think that was what you're talking about.
Tonos Emeragith, Wanarakorachi Drumta sa Inchobin Sasha, Tosimana Rachata.
Put in an audio limiter, so it won't exceed the input volume. That might help. Even so, I will incur some expense for me to find the information you seek. I won't pay you a bribe. I must protest your language. I'm asking for a bribe simply for the credit necessary to recoup the expenses of finding this information. How would this expense be? 5 credits will be sufficient. Right, you know what? Fine. Excellent. Now let me just bring up the passenger manifests. What's the passenger's name? Batu Rim. His departure destination was Nar Shaddaa, and he was scheduled to return on a shuttle just already departed. All this information I have in our business, the less information we gather, the less we have to give out. Our passengers are doubly protected. Alright, I'll be going, thank you. The mic did the connection issue pop. Darn it. Maybe it's the audio gate? You know what I'm going to do? Give me a second. Stream's going to go dark for a moment. I'm back. Hello? I think it's working. I hope. Maybe. Still doing it. Yeah, I changed nothing from last Thursday. Nothing. I'm using a different scene selection. I'm using a different video input, not audio. Nothing has changed in my audio settings at all, even slightly, in any way. Oh, well. Nope. Some things out of the background. I don't need. When I was back, it popped again. Damn it! I'll be going now. I don't know. I have no idea why it would be doing this. Started talking. Yes, here. Privately owned, residential. Okay. Start talking, it does the pop. Okay, maybe I can fiddle with that. That means I know why it's doing that. It's my noise gate. He is gonna get annoyed, but could either deal with clicking or deal with the popping. All right, is it still doing it? If it's still doing it when I have the noise gate off, then it's not the noise gate. I'll leave this open just in case. Maybe I'll turn the noise gate back on, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go without it for a few moments, just to see if this helps. Again, my clicks are going to go through, but it is a price to pay. Okay, he's gone to Nar Shaddaa. The criminals. They came in. Well, no, Batono has been investigating Docking Bay 3. Zerka was involved. Let's talk to the Zerka guard. It's also cutting off the first syllable before I changed it. Oh! Okay, well then that is the problem. Let me try one more time. Let me put the noise gate back on, but I'll fix it. Open threshold, turn that down. Close threshold, turn that down. Act time, short. Maybe this will work. How's that? Is this working better? How's this? Is this working any better? I wish I had run tests on this instead of just, you know, hoping for the best. Okay, stream seems to be smoother since you took the quality down. That makes sense. That's normal. I think it should be. Keep me posted on the audio and see if this fixes problems, because it perfectly well could be that my noise gate is being weird for some weird reason. I don't know why it would be doing this. It's the exact same settings I always have, but maybe tonight. This is the Zerka one, isn't it? Nothing.
This dock is off limits pending an ongoing TSF investigation.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to.
This
talk
dock
about
is
it.
off
No?
limits
Okay.
pending an ongoing TSF investigation.
All right. Well, I fiddled with the settings a little bit. I reduced the attack time, which is basically the time it takes for the noise gate to open. And so hopefully that is going to fix things. But it might. Worst case scenario, it'll let clicks through, but it shouldn't. Oh, this is the Athorian one. What's in this bag? No, nothing. No, I'm good. I'm good here. That's Zerka, right? I don't know. Anyway, hopefully the problems gradually just go away. But, we'll see. I have my sound settings open. I'm keeping an eye more or less on my my volume settings. So, we'll see. Actually, I should tell the guy about Batu Rem being on his way back from Nar Shaddaa. Then I should move on.
Something I can help.
I want to talk to you about the bounties. I found some information about Batu Rem.
The real Batu Rem or the assassin Batu Rem?
I found the real one.
Really? Did you find him?
He's an officer of the TSF station in the TSF Office and Entertainment 081. You know that. You told me that.
Very funny. Did you?
Actually, I have information about the assassin.
Oh, what is it?
He arrived from Nar Shaddaa. Oh, it was... I misunderstood. Okay. He arrived from Nar Shaddaa aboard an unmarked transport in Docking Bay 3.
Docking Bay 3. More suspicious activity from Zerka's private dock. If only we had something more concrete, I could launch a full-scale investigation. But Nar Shaddaa? Sounds like you've made some powerful enemies. Here's the reward for the information.
Exchange.
And if you find out anything else about Batu, real or fake, let me know.
I'd like to talk about another bounty.
What is it?
Never mind.
Some...
Bye. Console. I'm gonna try and slice it. Oh my god. Status of nearby vessels. Oh wait, pending investigations. Piragus inquiry. Passengers on the Ebon Hawk are currently being held on station, awaiting the arrival of the Sojourn. Upon arrival, investigation will be handed over to the Republic officials. Ebon Hawk records. Recover law. Okay, well, let's try and recover the lost data. It doesn't appear to have been sliced. It does appear to have been sliced. You're unable to retrieve any useful information. Darn it. Pending investigations. No. Slice in. Nearby vessels. So, the Republic frigate Sojourn en route to Citadel. Note delayed. Okay. It's weird that he's perfectly fine with me just digging around in there, but whatever. I guess I'm being subtle. Okay, let's head back to the smuggler. Oh, speaking of dumb, convoluted storylines involving smugglers, I recently just started watching Stranger Things Season 4. And I've had mixed feelings about it. Welcome back. Can I assist you? I've had mixed feelings about Stranger Things Season 4. I've gotten almost unmixed praise, which encouraged me to pick it back up and watch, because I stopped watching after Season 2. I didn't bother with Season 3. 2 was okay, but it was a step down from 1. And 3, I just heard terrible things. I heard it was awful, and I believe that. But 4, it's somewhere close to how it was in Season 1, quality-wise. The actual main story, the main plot, with the gang and Hawkins, is fantastic. It's great. It's just what I would expect from this show. What I should expect from this show, based on Season 1. It's really good. But then the problem is that there are also two other almost completely unrelated plot lines that go on simultaneously throughout the entire season. One of the other plots is the one with the gang out in California, which is 11, Will, Mike, Will's brother, whatever his name is, and the new stoner guy. And then they split up a little bit because 11 goes in with some government goons and winds up back with a bunch of stuff. It's crazy. That one's okay. It's interesting. There's some cool backstory stuff. There's some spy versus spy kind of things. It's fun. It's all right. It's okay. It's a weird detour that doesn't have anything to do with the main plot, but fine. Then the third plot line involves Joyce, as Will's mom, and that CIA dude or whatever from the previous season. I just vaguely remember being like the most annoying character in the show, almost. Going to rescue Hopper from Russia. Because they had a loose end they had to figure out and do something about, I guess. And instead of dealing with it in one episode or as a side plot in the first half of the season, instead they decide that they desperately need to drag the whole damn plot out across the entire season. I don't know, just to keep Joyce away from the kids again. It's bad. It's kind of poorly executed, and it's all full of stupid contrivances and twists and turns that don't need to be there, and that part's annoying. That part has been doing nothing but annoy me. But the stuff in Hawkins, with the core gang, plus new guy Eddie, top notch. I do think I've seen 6 or 7 episodes now. I'm almost through the season. I got a couple more. But so far, I would recommend it. I would. I like the first season a good bit. I really like the first season. Second one is okay. It's all right. Like I said. Oh gosh, excuse me. The third season I didn't bother with after I heard a lot of just kind of awful things about it. But the fourth season, after just getting it recommended by everyone I heard from, I can see why. It's really good. Really good. It's really enjoyable. I like it. I like it a great deal. I would recommend it. Alright, anyway, so I have the prototype shield unit. No, that cannot be. You should not toy with my expectations in that matter. But indeed, you're telling the truth. It's simply amazing. You're the first of many who've tried to obtain this that actually succeed. I see I was right in tasking you to procure it for me. What would be a fair price for this service? 600 credits? No, 900 is more reasonable. Credits well spent. What will you do if the TSF starts asking questions? The TSF is also always asking questions. They do not worry me. For the TSF, the problem has always been one of evidence. While Grant is convinced he knows it by operation, he has yet to obtain hard proof of it, and thus his efforts to have me arrested are stymied. Do you have more work for me? When my business flows as briskly as with your assistance, there will always be more work for you. Because of the war, the toll exacted around the Outer Rim, medical supplies are at a premium here on Telos and the neighboring star systems. Telos has received an allotment of medical supplies at least equal to those of the most inhabited planets, which is surprising. Many of the goods, colto, etc., these goods could be sold to planets where the need is great and their value is high. For this, it would be to retrieve the supplies of medical unit 082 West. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's reasonable. I mean, it's price gouging, but I have defended price gouging before because it's a good thing. It gets needed supplies to where they are needed by using price signals, and then it brings prices down by expanding, in this case, black market supply, but by expanding supply where it needs to go. If you're not buying this, Robert Murphy has a great article on price gouging. Defending price gouging. I'll put it in the description after the stream because it's a really good article, and it's a really, really solid defense of what one would think is a defensible. Walter Block also has a good chapter, at least in one of his books, on it, in defending the indefendable or defensible. I forget if it's volume 1 or 2. Kevin says the Grizz has a decade day at school tomorrow, and she decided to dress as a milkmaid. The last century Swiss milkmaid. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Decade day. Does that mean, like, everyone picks a separate, different, specific decade, or there is a decade theme for classes or groups? How's this working? Because I remember the whole like homecoming week where there would be themed days for stuff, and that was a lot of fun. But I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Decade day. Right, I'll be back. Dark side portals. Stupid dark side. Dark side. Okay. Medical facility. It was in residential, right? Yeah. Where is it? Zerka, Bumani. We need to get into the Bumani Exchange Corp somehow. But not yet. We'll wait on that. Luxa is, I think, going to be able to get us in, so we can then fight our way through and kill the Quarren leader. Evan says people pick a decade they like and dress in that decade's fashion. Like it's homecoming proud. Yeah, that sounds very homecoming-y. Yeah, I remember there being like, I think we did that sort of thing, but that it was but that it wasn't like,
hey,
just
what are
pick
you
a
doing
decade.
there?
Uh-oh. It was an emergency. I need to get medical supplies.
Are you crazy? Step towards me and keep your hands where I can see them. I'm going to place you under arrest and take you down to the TSF station for further questioning. Come with me peacefully, and I won't need to cause you any harm.
Wait, why can't I just go with him? I'm working on a sting operation for your captain. I'm not going with you.
Perhaps I shouldn't have made it seem like you had a choice. Now,
God, I don't wanna
surrender
get into a fight
or
with this
face the
guy.
consequences.
Really? Really? I'm working on a sting operation for your boss. Sir. Sir. I can't just say, oh no, I'm so sorry, I surrender. I can't do that? Really? I can't just surrender and then have the... I'll take my chances.
I didn't want to have to do this, but you've left me no choice.
Push him over. Really? Bye. I'm leaving. We're leaving. We're all leaving. Let's cancel combat. Transit. Entertainment. Bye. We just ran away. Ran away, called a cab. At least we didn't have to kill the guy. Oh man. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that worked. I did not expect that to work. Yeah, anyway, so I think our homecoming thing for like decade day or retro day or whatever it was I think each class, each grade got a decade. So it was something like freshmen got 60s, juniors got 70, or sophomores got 70s, juniors got 80s, and seniors got 90s, or something like that. It was that kind of thing. But it was neat. Oh no, I'm a Vince-like blob. Hey, if it's working, it's working. Welcome back. I have the medical supplies. It wasn't easy. It would be a shame to let these supplies go to waste when the need for them is so much greater elsewhere, not to mention the shame such an opportunity for profit passing by. Say no more, thief. It's bad enough that you derive all your profit from theft, but now you steal supplies needed to save lives. Cease your whining, Dendis. You call me a thief, but what I am is a person of the highest order. Victims of the war lay dying while the extra supplies on Telos are wasted. I, for one, am no heartless to turn a blind eye deaf ear to their plight. Of course, such noble work deserves noble rewards. Here's 1,000 credits. Knowledge that lives are saved with these. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Ignore my brother, he does not have the stomach for real business. I mean, He's right, though. Like, this should not be a dark side action. You're actually helping people. You're just making a profit while helping people. Yeah, in this case, yeah, you're stealing. But that's its own problem. But I'm also doing it with the authorization of... I can't emphasize this enough. I'm doing it with the authorization of the captain of the security force. Speaking of business, do you have any more work for me? Yes, actually, with all the goods you brought in, I'm able to make a shipment when the next circle freighter comes in. If you could, I would like you to escort me to the docking bay as an extra precaution. I have some preparations to make first. Don't be too long, I'll be waiting. I really hope I get these lights headphones back. Come on. Oh, look at that. I'm purple. I'm purple. I don't want to be purple. This is dumb. Gotta go fast.
Something I can
Lieutenant, not Captain, fine. I'd like to talk to you about the bounties.
What is it?
Never mind.
Something
Wait,
I can
can't...
help.
What? Why can't I do this?
Welcome to...
Never mind.
The TSF isn't cut out to handle all the problems on Citadel Station right now. We need Republic assistance.
Why? Why? What's
Zerka's
going on here?
mercenaries are getting out of hand, and they're too much for the TSF to handle. We need Republic troops to restore order.
Did I really just goof this somehow and just do all of this for evil? In which case, I should probably just reload. Now let's get rid of the document guy. I'm ready to go now. If I goofed this, I am gonna reload because I don't want to just do.
About
all
time
of this
you showed up,
straight
Saman. Get your things loaded. I'm already behind schedule.
All right, it'll take a moment. Don't get so worked up over it.
I don't understand how it is with Zerka. When the process stops working like clockwork, questions get asked, and we don't want questions asked, do we?
Yes, I get it. You do this faster if you helped instead of sitting there complaining.
The faster we get this loaded, the faster we can get it out of here.
Stop right there. You
Hooray.
were all under arrest, and those goods will be taken as evidence. And we're curious about your involvement as well.
It's ridiculous. The TSF cannot just barge
Quit
in
your
here.
protestation, Samhan. We all know your little secret. The circumstances have changed. You will be coming with us. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I was undercover, gathering information for Lieutenant Gren.
Well then, after we place you under arrest, you'll have plenty of time to corroborate that story with Lieutenant Gren. Now, you'll be coming with us.
Quick, you must take them out. No. Can I talk to Lieutenant Gren now? This is so ridiculous. I guess I need to start all this over. Transit to entertainment module. Kevin says, I think Force Run is an underrated power. How useful would that be, right? I could probably hunt deer with sword. Why did I say sword? I could hunt deer with a sword if I could run like that. I mean, if it doubles your speed, there are still things that can outrun you, right? Humans are not that fast. But at the same time...
Something I can help.
Samhan, oh my god. This is where I missed it. So I had to tell him now that he wants me to help. Alright. Samhan wants me to get 3 things for him, then he'll make a shipment.
If we knew when he was going to make a shipment, then we could catch him. What are the 3 things he needs?
Leaves, shield unit, and medical supplies.
All that? If that's the size and substance of his usual shipments, it helps explain quite a bit. It will take some time for me to assemble those. All right, everything's here.
Really?
Take these to Samhan. After that, come back to me and tell me the exchange has been made, and I'll go to the dock module to wait for him. If he won't let you leave until the transaction's completed, go with him. I'll post one of my men near the docking bay, and if he spots you, he'll summon me. Understood?
My matcha didn't stir well. There's a bunch of powder at the bottom. I hate when this happens. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna save that last little bit for later because it's just hyper concentrated now right at the bottom. I will use that to make more after the stream. Wow. Anyway, though, yeah, hunting deer with the sword does sound fun. I understand. Just make sure you're there.
I'll be there, don't worry. You just make sure you get him to the docking bay. We have to catch him in the act.
Okay, see, this was so much easier. Why couldn't I just... See, I just assumed that I had to play along. Oh yeah, that is actually pretty quick. I mean, it's honestly not even as fast as we see it in the movie. Like, think back to Episode 1, Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon just go force speed away from the droidekas, and they're just like... It takes like 2 frames for them to get probably, what, 20, 30 feet? It's insane. I got the items you were looking for. Incredible! This is quite a windfall. I wish I had employed your services earlier. With all this, I'll be able to have the shipment ready to go before the next Zerka thing. If you could, would you escort me to the Zerka docking way? I don't wish to take any chances. I have some preparations to make first. Don't be too long. I'll be waiting. Yeah, I'm not going to go report you or anything. Just give me a minute. I have very specific business to attend to. No. Oh, excuse me.
Something I can help?
Yeah. Do you have work?
What do you mean?
Tell me about the bounties. Oh, okay, we already did this. Batono. Any leads? I'll see what I can dig up. Other bounties. Criminals. Escaped into the Citadel. I'm going to ask a question I didn't ask last time. Do you think someone was behind their escape?
I can't imagine anyone would want the help of killers like them. Perhaps exchange, but they've never openly crossed us before.
What do you know about them?
There are 2 of them. A Rhodian and a Deveronian.
Okay, they're still in the station. I'll see what I can dig up. Another bounty. Rem. Killers movements on the station. See what I can dig up. I'll be gone. Okay. Alright, well. Never mind. I guess his agent at the docks is going to have to tell him. Gonna have to tip him off. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Welcome back. Let me escort you. Let's go.
About time you showed up, Saman.
Okay.
You don't
Basically the same thing.
Stop right there. You're
but it's
all
him
under
this time.
arrest and your
Good.
possessions will be seized as evidence.
It's ridiculous. TSF can't just barge in here as they please.
That's enough, Samhan. Don't bother protesting your innocence. We know all about your business thanks to our friend here.
Glad I could be of help, Lieutenant. What? You set me up? I'll see you burn for this.
He's got a grenade. Take him down.
No. Really? Scream at him. Give him the old screamadoo. Then do horror, just in case he saves.
I hear you.
Let's push him again. Oh, God. Ow. Alright, surrender. Arrest me and put me in your force cage. I have no desire to continue this fight.
I thought you might see it my way. All of you, come with me.
I can apparently hunt a Duros with a sword. This is the foolish error you have made, Lieutenant. I cannot help. You cannot hope to keep me here.
I think you may be overconfident of your chances, Samhan. We now have evidence of your smuggling operation, and even the Council cannot ignore that. Again, I have you to thank.
Oh,
without your assistance,
way different
it would have been
background.
impossible for us to place Samhan under arrest.
If you want to thank me, credits will do just fine.
I promise to pay you handsomely for your assistance, and I'll keep my word. Now I must attend to my other duties. Again, thank you for your help.
There we go, light side. See, that's a nice difference. I was all the way down here. Alright, that's nice. That's very nice. Can I talk to him? Can I taunt him? Look smug now with me in this cage, but I assure you, making me your enemy will be your last mistake. Oh, it will be far, far from my last mistake. I assure you. I plan to make lots more mistakes. I also plan to save scum like half of those mistakes. Oh my gosh. Alright. I didn't actually care to look. How much did it pay me? I have some information. I'd like some information on the passenger. Don't worry, I'll be discreet. How much? 25. Not too ram. Okay, cool. Same as before. Gotta go fast. Alright. Alright, I have information on the assassin.
Something I can...
Information about to Rem.
Really?
No, not the real one.
Oh,
I have information about the assassin arrived from Narshdan, Document 3.
Here's the reward for the information.
That's all. Cool. What else? What's next? Escaped criminal. They're at the exchange, I think. Tono. Zerka was involved, huh? Oh, that's right. He's in Zerka. He's in the Zerka offices. I need to go into the Zerka offices to see if I can fish around for him. Let me talk to Luxo first. I don't know if I actually did this. I don't know if I may not have.
Hello there. You know, I heard about
reload.
what happened at the docks. Can we talk for a bit?
Sure, go on.
I handle Vice. You know.
Yep. Not looking for
Don't-
trouble. What's this have to do with
Look,
me? Not anymore.
Exactly.
Not anymore.
This is still
I'm capable, you know?
good. So here it is. Help me with Lopak Slusk, and I'll keep the exchange off your back. And
She's
find your
too
missing
horny. What's your problem with
What,
Slusk?
does Slusk go to
Don't like it. Okay, got it. How would this work?
what?
Deal. Cool. We'll take him out. Eventually. Do everything else first, though, like I said. It looks like we'll actually get off of Citadel Station tonight. At least I think. So what's this guy think about us taking down his brother? Sandman is my brother, and I'm happy to see he's gotten what he's deserved. In appreciation, allow me to give you a discount on anything in my inventory. Thank you. Let me see. I don't need that, really. Zach cards. Armor. Accuracy gloves, no. Gels, hey, perception gloves. Droid oxidizer, huh? Yeah, there's nothing really I need desperately. Okay. So let's head to... What? Where do we head? Lux and Lowback now. Reynolds. Let's go to Zerka first. Right here. Yeah, Zerka first. I'm gonna actually do a real save. Before I get into too much more of this. Okay, Zerka time. Let's see.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you?
Is this blaster of Zerka make?
If you will allow me to look at it, yes. This is indeed a Zerka-manufactured holdout blaster.
What would a Zerka weapon be in the hands of an assassin?
Zerka Corporation is the galaxy's leading weapons producer. A blaster of this model is quite common.
Yeah.
However, it does seem to have some non-standard modifications. I'm sorry, but that's all I can tell you.
Alright, thank you. We'll be going straight in to cause some trouble. Excuse me, everyone. I'd like to bother people. Bother. Excuse me. We unlock the map a little bit. There we go.
I will arrange transport to one of the restoration zones on the planet's surface. You will be safe from the TSF there.
That seems best. We wish to wait until things cool down before we attempt to seek passage off system.
For the services you have offered to Zerka, you will also be reimbursed. I trust that is an agreeable arrangement.
Yes, Executive Lawson. If there's nothing else, my associate and I are eager to board the shuttle and leave the station.
Of course. I will instruct the commander to await your arrival.
Lorso, stop them. They're wanted criminals. She said, naively. I think that's our cue to get out of here. Let's go after them. We know where they're going. They're going to the dock. I assume we can head them off there. I don't actually know if that's the case, but... let's see. Oh, okay, so I don't think I can get to them before they go down to the planet, can I? Ah, man. Let's try it. Dock. I doubt it, but let's see. It's the Ithorian. Okay. What goes on here? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Darn. Alright, well, once we get down to the planet, maybe we'll track them down. Transit. Zerka. Alright, Kevin says it's going to pop off this time. But the cold months ahead, I should be around more often. Really enjoyed being back. You guys are enjoyed interacting with. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. Hope to see you soon again, too. I'll be seeing you around. Let's head into here. And I'll see you next time, hopefully. It looks like Thursday we're actually going to finish up Dragon Age Inquisition. And then next week, we're going to go on to Kingdom Come Deliverance. So it's a good time to be around. To be joining back in. Excuse me, I'm just going to come... No, never mind. Hi there, Jenna.
I simply do not have time for you. My hands are full with trying to manage the restoration project without the aid of a droid intelligence, which you so kindly gifted to the Ithorians. If there is nothing else, I would prefer it if you left our premises.
Sure. Bye, I guess. He doesn't seem to be a fan of our work. It's a shame. I think we've picked a side. I think we picked the right side, but I think we've certainly picked a side. Alright, let's see, what else? Alright, Luxa and Lopak, Batono. Zerka was involved. Huh. The guard, huh? I didn't talk to the guard. Maybe I'll try and go talk to the guard. Just maybe. Night, Kevin. See you next time. Download the map. Oh, yes. Main menu. Another module. Dock. I'm definitely looking forward to Kingdom Come. It's one of those that I have kind of been waiting to play for months now. I think I bought it. Gosh. Oh gosh. Last Christmas time. Definitely owned by Zerka. Yes. I bought it a long while ago, but I've been waiting to play it with till I could play it on stream with you guys. But I was going to do it Mondays, but I wanted to keep one sci-fi, one fantasy, or at least one historical. And so, one medieval, one vaguely future. And so I've stuck with Star Wars Monday and then Thursday stick with Dragon Age. And Dragon Age has been going since over a year now. Isn't it? Year and a half, I think. I think I started Dragon Age Origins last, I think, December 2020. That's a very, very long-running series. But I'm almost done. Almost done. It's been a good one. It's been very, very good. And I'm looking forward to wrapping up on Thursday and sort of doing a bit of a retrospective, talking about some of the big themes and some of the big things that we've learned and talked about throughout. So, anyway, I'm looking for a man named Batono. Doesn't sound familiar. The best bet is direct your inquiries to Gianna Lorsa. You can find her at the Zerka offices. Oh, God. You don't know? But he oversaw these docks. Look, I'm paid to guard this docking bay, not to answer your questions. Inquiries about Zerka employees should be directed to the branch executive officer. Zerka employee, then you do know Batono. You must be mistaken, so please move along. You can tell me what you know, or I can hurt you, and then you can tell me what you know. Alright. I know you work for Zerka, but that's all. You have to believe me, I talked to Lorsa. If anyone knows more, it's her. Why did I do that? When did it autosave? Yeah, let's just go back to the autosave. I think it was when I transported. I'm gonna go ahead and not threaten him this time, see what happens. I mean, he already told me to talk to Lorso. Like, I thought it was gonna he was just gonna tell me without giving me the whole workaround. Looking for a man, Batono. You don't know? You oversaw the docks. Zerka employee, then you know it. Fine, I'll be going. Alright, now let's do this over again. Yeah, I keep forgetting that a lot of even just conversation options are light and dark side. Residential module. Which one is Zerka? One, right? Zerka. Excuse me. I gotta talk to your boss.
I simply do not have time for you. If there is...
What is the name does the name Batono mean anything to you?
Batono? Of course. He was one of our former employees. Let me tell you something.
Former, huh?
There are far too many like him. Do-gooders who believe that because of the things Zerka must do to remain successful and profitable, we must be evil. They do not see the impracticality of their beliefs. They do not understand the realities of the galaxy. If certain funds must be paid, then Zerka will gladly pay. If competitors removed, then Zerka will do its part to forward progress. Batono could not see this. Before leaving our employ, he stole many of our records, then began to stalk our movements on the station. Harassment, but conveniently overlooked, sanctioned perhaps, by the Telosian authorities.
Okay, wait a minute. if competition needs to be eliminated, it can be, all in the name of progress. Okay, if you know anything about economics, about entrepreneurship in economics, particularly entrepreneurship theory, then the stifling of competition is counterproductive for counterproductive for almost everything except for the narrow interests of that particular producer. So competition is beneficial for the consumer because it drives prices down and forwards innovation. It is it's beneficial for sort of positive externalities because by competing, one is more or less forced to develop new technologies, new stuff in general. It forwards progress quite literally because you have no other alternative. You need entrepreneurship. You need to be able to anticipate the needs and desires of customers, or else you're going to fail. Right? You're going to be outcompeted, or you can use coercive means to eliminate competition, which is what they're talking about. And there are two ways of doing that. There is what Zerka does, which is go and just shoot people, which, is bad. Or you can do it the more common way, which is the same thing with extra steps, which is getting the government to go shoot people for you, or threaten to. Cutting off competition through legal means. Legal, but still criminal in a technical, objective sense. His kid says, yeah, socialism doesn't work, and central planning doesn't work. And, I wasn't even talking about that. I was just talking about the elimination of competition and artificial monopolies. Oh, excuse me. Artificial monopolies, whether they're maintained by state fiat or just by threats of violence, they still don't work. They're counterproductive in almost every way, except for the monopolizer. And even in that case, it still requires a considerable cost to either lobby the state to maintain your monopoly, or to enforce that monopoly yourself upon your competitors if you can avoid if you can avoid the state stopping you from doing so. In which case, you're paying compliance costs, basically, instead of costs for innovation. So it's a dead weight loss. Either way, in a sort of technical economic sense, it's a dead weight loss. So artificial monopolies, whether they're maintained by the government or maintained by simple violence like Zerka tends to do, it's inefficient. It harms progress. It doesn't expedite it. So anyway, yeah, you're full of shit. WizKid, which, hello, welcome by the way. WizKid says, I just hate how the people who think free markets don't work don't realize that fucking with the market is itself something that makes it less free. Yeah, like, I'm sure that the writers here are writing Zerka as if it's some kind of a criticism or a critique of, like, unbridled capitalism, to borrow a phrase from the Pope, of all people. In which case, like, no. As far from it as you can get, because this is essentially just just taking on the role of the state, not governance, but the state. This is taking on to oneself the role of aggressive violence, which is contrary to capitalist norms, which capitalism is strictly proprietarian. It is what defines capitalism is private ownership of the means of production, private ownership and control of the means of production, and what that means is that your ownership is sacrosanct and not imposed upon by others, whether that's the state or some rivals like Zerka. And so very, very often, what you'll find is people trying to criticize capitalism wind up failing horribly and just criticize, like, people taking violence into their own hands, or in a lot of cases, just wind up criticizing the state. Which, you find Marxist types who basically just think that anything that's pro-business is capitalist, and so therefore, when the state protects certain business interests, that's capitalism. Or, like, excessive regulation is capitalism? What? Like, what is wrong with you? WizKid, that's a good point. WizKid says, vigilantism isn't even necessarily a terrible thing in all cases. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, I mean, put it this way. TSF is going to do basically nothing against Zerka here. But if I do, that's perfectly just. Perfectly reasonable as well if the authorities are refusing to do so, or unable to do so, or being paid not to, or whatever else. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, justice is justice, no matter who carries it out. Now, you have to be in a position to do so. You have to have something like legal standing, or grounding. Grounding or standing? I think it's standing. It's the term. So just strict vigilantism, just kind of prowling the streets and fighting crime. You're usurping other people's natural authority, unless someone has requested your help. If someone has requested your help, then you can, right? Then it's perfectly licit. But if you're just saying, you have wronged you, person A, right? Al, you have harmed Bob. How dare you, Al, and I will stop you. And Bob is just sitting there like, oh, I guess this is happening now. or Bob is running away or whatever, right? Unless Bob says, yes, please help me, or please, I would like you to return my stolen goods, or whatever, then you're not helping Bob. You're just stopping Al. Which may be fine, maybe that's good, maybe that's beneficial, but again, we have to remember the importance of legal standing, we have to remember the importance of keeping the victim in mind when we're talking about criminal prosecution of any sort, whether that's private or public. WizKid said Marx was obsessed with economic activity while simultaneously completely not understanding economic theory at all. Yeah, I love that. Oh gosh, who was it? Ricardo? Was it Ricardo? Oh, I think it was Ricardo, but I could be wrong about this. But that basically, somebody, I think it was Ricardo when he was writing on international trade. But somebody basically kicked off what's called the marginal revolution in economics, and thoroughly disproved the labor theory of value and therefore Marxist exploitation theory before Marx even died, like during his lifetime. And he just didn't write anything to defend his theory, his Das Kapital, or Communist Manifesto, or any of the above. He just didn't. It's just, no. He just, like most modern Marxists, he just ignored it and hoped it would go away. But he was thoroughly disproven in his own lifetime, which is, I think, hilarious. He was a recluse with carbuncles who never washed himself. Yeah, he also lived off of Engels. Well, Engels, his writing partner, basically paid for everything for him because he was broke his entire life. Anyway, WizKid also said, yeah, unbridled killing isn't okay, but stepping in between actual tense exchange, preventing someone from hurting more people is completely different. Yeah, and that's the case where not the collectivization of the right of self-defense, but the delegation of the right of self-defense. Oh god, no, that's a good point. WizKid says he probably had a gross beard. I have on rare occasions gone even just a few days without washing my beard. I wouldn't want to do that for any length of time, but I can't imagine that Marx did anything to care for that monster. Like I make a habit of washing my hair every day, because otherwise I'm Sicilian enough to be greasy as a person, and so like my hair and my beard get all nasty, and like, so I wash. It's important. It's an important thing to do. Hygiene's a good thing, but Marx did not understand that, I don't think. Anyway, though, that is explicitly an ad hominem. If I were using that as an argument against his economic theories, instead I'm just making fun of the guy. He was gross. Anyway, though, right? delegation of the right of self-defense is what I'm talking about here, right? So if Al is attacking Bob, and Bob shouts, "Help me," and then someone helps him and stops Al, that is Bob exercising his right to self-defense by getting Carl to do it for him. Through whatever means, whether that's just asking, whether that's offering a favor, whether that's offering payment, whatever it is, then, you know, that's Bob exercising his act of self-defense. If Al and Bob are in, you know, what's the term? Mutual combat? Basically, they're in a bar fight and they both want to fight each other. You know, Carl pulling them away from each other is interfering in something which is not his business, unless Al or Bob makes it Carl's business. Right. And by the way, Al, Bob, Carl are are person A, person B, person C. They correspond to Alice, Bernice, and Carol as standard stock names that philosophers use in examples. So, anyway. WizKid says, to be honest, I'm never exactly sure how to take care of my beard, but still, I shave on occasion. I try to wash my face whenever convenient. I use shampoo, just normal, like, shower shampoo. I use like every man in the world, I use combination body wash, shampoo and conditioner, or just shampoo body wash, just shampoo body wash, or whatever. Because I use the same thing to scrub my face and my beard. And if I were to just use facial soap, it would get in my beard. And I don't want just facial soap in my beard, because it gets all tangly and kinky. You thought it was Alice, Betty, and Charlotte? No. Alice, Bernice, and Carol. At least those are the most common, at least in philosophy. That might differ by discipline, honestly. Depends who you read, I guess. Anyway, though, I swear by beard oil. Or beard balm. Either one works. You have fancy curls. I can't use the 3-in-1s. Okay, fine. Use something separate for your hair, but still get 2 or 3-in-1 for your face and beard. Like, fine. Use soap for your body. Use proper shampoo for your hair. Just get the 2 or 3-in-1 for your face and beard. Trust me, it helps a lot. But then also, like, the big thing is beard oil. Or balm or whatever. Henry in the Discord, which, shout out and special thank you. I thought about doing an unboxing for this, but I got it unexpectedly at some point. Sent me a sort of care package from Catholic Beard something. Crap, what is it? Glory and Shine. Is it? Yeah, Glory and Shine. It's a Catholic beard balm company. Great stuff. Really, it's really high quality, and then also has like liturgically themed scents. Like the one I have right now is Chrism, so it is the scent of baptismal oil, like confirmation Chrism. Great. There's also a frankincense one that I have, and it's very good. And actually, came with a chapstick. So this is the. Hold on, let me get the camera focus for me. Focus. You're not gonna focus, are you? If I cover my face, maybe it'll focus. It won't. Okay. Anyway, lip balm. This one's orange. It's great. I like it. It's very good. I recommend them as a company. So, if you're looking. Yeah, considering Henry has no facial hair. I mean, he doesn't need to get it for himself, so he needed to get it for somebody. Oh, gosh. Anyway, so we are helping out somebody vicariously. We're helping somebody by a guy named Batono, who has delegated his right of self-defense, so to speak. So we're after him. We're trying to find where he went missing. And by the sound of it, it sounds like Zerka has disappeared, did the guy. Anyway, so he's gone missing. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Pointed stare.
I'm curious, though, as to why you are looking for him.
My reasons are my own.
I see. Well, I suspect he's putting his nose into something or another. People like him can't mind their own business. always needing to pry into matters that don't concern them. I do know he spent
sounds
some
like
time
me.
in the company of the Ithorians. I assumed that was the reason for his efforts, that he thought by inventing stories of Zerka's evil, he could put Chodo Habat and his incapable assistants in charge. But if you are searching for him, and find him, there would be a reward for any information of his whereabouts.
So you could silence him?
Silence his lies and fabricated untruths. His slanderous accusations are a needless trouble atop a great many troubles this planet faces.
So, slander is not a crime. You have no right to your reputation. Sorry. Your reputation is just what other people say about you. So slander is not a crime, and I've held this for a very long time. It's actually quite relevant in the news nowadays. These relatively recently, just with Alex Jones getting sued for what was it, like $44 million or something for what was it? Was it defamation? Or libel, or I think it was libel. I don't remember exactly. Basically for speculating conspiracy theories about crisis actors at oh gosh, which one was it? Parkland, maybe? One of the school shootings. Which is, I mean, kind of insane, but so what? Like, I thought you can say insane things. There's nothing wrong with saying insane things, even if they're obviously wrong. So who cares? I mean, my favorite example of the kind of person who says utterly insane stuff and gets in no trouble for it whatsoever, ever, is Sam Hyde. Threatens to come and kill Hassan Piker in his house. And then everyone is just like, lol, that's hilarious, bro. Fucking do it. I gotta say, oh man, this last year has been a great time for internet beefs involving Hassan Piker. I mean, he has had beefs with, he's had the huge one with, started with Jay, JXE, where he was on one of his streams, he just kind of went on Jay had this video of like a touring a really weird house, so he went on like this house tour, this virtual house tour thing, talking about it all, and Hassan just put it on the stream and walked away, like left his empty chair on the webcam. He didn't even like, oops, wrong thing. Didn't even turn off the webcam or anything. He just like left it there with an empty chair, and then for a good 10 minutes to go make chicken nuggets. That EFAP tore him apart, and a bunch of other commentators tore him apart, and it turned into this big beef between YouTube and Twitch, and that was great. He got into a beef back and forth with Steven Crowder this year. He got into a shorter lived, but also a very good one with Dave Smith, and now Sam Hyde is threatening to kill him. I love it. I love this so much. He's such a lolcow. It's amazing. He's so much fun because he's awful in like every way. I mean, except for muscular structure. I mean, he's a beefy dude. He takes care of his body despite the chicken nuggets. Oh gosh, his jawline yes, he has that chiseled jaw, but he also has like this weirdly dimpled chin that does not fit with the rest of it. He's like this close to the like Giga Chad look, but just not there. Meanwhile, I'm just this round face guy with a beard, so I don't have to try and be I don't have to try and look cool. Oh gosh. Anyway, okay, so WizKid says that Alex Jones was saying Sandy Hook was an inside job, which is fucked up, but nothing to get sued over. Yeah, no, I don't know. Unless he was specifically accusing somebody and like bringing up charges against them, in which case, fine, countersue. But no, just saying it, no, that's absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah, I have a cleft chin too. It's under the beard. Yeah, I also have a unibrow, but it's blonde, so it's invisible. I have a mole under my mustache. Like, and my head is kind of lumpy, but I have hair most of the time. So I have weird, what is it? Frangialness? What's that field of study that studies skull shapes? They'd have a field day with me, but who cares? Who cares? WizKids says Hassan Piker has no chill, literally nothing to back it up. Yeah, I want to see him fight Sam Hyde. I don't care who wins. I don't care how it goes. I just want to see it happen. It'd be hilarious. Oh god. Oh, he thought the parents of the murdered children were actors or something. Yeah, it was something like that. Or he thought that I don't know if it was the parents, but like some people involved, he was like comparing them to people who were seen in other crises or something like that. Oh, your cleft chin refuses to grow hair over itself. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I got the sort of like two prominent pointy bits. Phrenology, that's it. Thank you. The two pointy bits down here. Which I've thought of doing my beard into like doing the fork thing. But it's not the 19th century anymore, and I can't really get away with it. I've also thought about doing the Fire Nation, like 3 points. So having this, and then this, and have it sort of go out like that. But, or the Hawk look from Dragon Age 2. But every time I do it, every time I brush my beard like that, Erica just kind of gives me that look like she's going to murder me in my sleep. Which, I mean, given how I look, I don't blame it. I look ridiculous, but... Anyway, how do I convince him?
Credits are what he wants, then Zerka will pay him for an easy settlement of this situation. Otherwise, Zerka will be forced into a lengthy petition process with the Telosian Council.
If I find no truth in his accusations, then perhaps I'll tell you.
If your conscience demands it, then by all means. Just remember, a reward is waiting for you.
So I'll just, like, tell him that... Okay, hi T-posing. I'll just tell him that Zerka's offering him a bunch of credits to shut up. And then he'll say no, and that'll be that. Let's see. You're just embracing the thick goatee? Yeah, it's a look. It's a good look. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see, what are we up to next? Tono, I should check with the Ithorians, that's right. They're down at the planet. I need to kill Lopak. Still need to kill Lopak. I should ask Luxa about the blaster still. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I should talk to Luxa before I go barging into the exchange. Transit to entertainment. Also, best soundtrack in the game.
Lopak's Lusk is waiting, beautiful. Come back when you're done.
Okay, well I gotta kill him first, I guess. Okay, let's go to the Ithorians. Transit to Ithorian compound. For a while there, when I was in college, in like undergraduate college, I'll always be in college. But I was in undergraduate college down there. I did the mustache goatee combo, just like this and this, and it happened to coincide quite precisely with when the first Thor movie came out, and I, Erica, and all of my friends noticed that I bore a striking resemblance to Fandral in that movie. Who they recast him in the second, and then they just brutally killed him off in the third because Ragnarok was ass. But in the first one, yeah, I bore a shocking resemblance to the guy, especially when my facial hair was appropriately styled. My hair did the little swoop thing. I need to actually cut this. It's getting too long to regularly wear headphones and also be hot in the summer, because it's still summer here. But anyway. But yeah, that was cool. It was a neat little historical tidbit about me. Lopex Slusk is difficult to meet with, is he not? Will continue to guide my thoughts toward your success. I found this blaster on one of the assailants at the docking bay. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this sort of thing. Perhaps you should take it to Lieutenant Grant. He may be of more help. Do you know of a man named... do you know anything about a man named Batono? Batono? I'm sorry to admit that the name is unfamiliar to me. But I must admit I have little interaction with other residents of the area, however. Whiskey says, see, my hair is too curly to actually get any length on it. The only time I style it, it inevitably gets all bushy. I have the opposite problem. Mine just falls completely flat unless I use, like, way too much hairspray. Which is awful in the Florida heat. It's just terrible, because you sweat and just... Are you sure? Lorso mentioned that he spent time here in the compound. It would not be the first time Lorso was mistaken. I assure you I've never known a man named Batono and spent time in company here. Look, I'm looking for him on behalf of Lieutenant Grant. If I can locate him, it might prove the end of Zerka. I believe what you say is true, and glad to hear you say that Lieutenant Grant is who's searching for him. I'm sorry that I spoke untruth to you before, Mitra. Indeed, I do know Batono, and I know where he can be found. But even so, you must promise me that you will tell no one of this, not even Lieutenant Grant, without Batono's permission. I give you my word, Chodo. I'll go find him first. Very good. You see, Batono came to us for protection. We found him an apartment where he could hide. Our security technicians ensured we will find him in apartment C1 in the eastern portion. I'll give you the passkey to enter. Give him my apologies for revealing his hiding place and my explanations. I hope he will not be too angry. Be going, thank you. Alright, let's go take care of that. Let's go see this guy. Whoosh! Yeah, you get to experience fall up here now. Yeah, I get nothing of the sort. It is still summer. It is still highs in the high 90s. Lows in the low 80s. I mean, the lows, I think it actually dropped somewhere into the 70s the other night because it was raining. So that's something at least. It's an improvement. Not a big improvement, but it's an improvement.
What the? You're not CSD. What are you doing here?
What's CSD?
Zerka Security Division. They've been known to break into apartments from time to time. Think they're above the law, you know how Zerka is. But I'm still curious why you're barging in here. Does a locked door mean nothing to you?
I wish it were fall here already. That'd be so nice. I'm just looking around.
Just looking around? In another man's apartment? You're either very crazy or very dumb.
Sorry, I'll leave you alone.
Just get out of here.
Can I... Oh yeah, see, look, he's labeled Batono. I'd like to talk to Batono.
You again? What do you want now?
You're Batono, right?
What? No, you must be mistaken. You're probably looking for a previous tenant or a neighbor.
Lieutenant Gren sent me to look for you.
Dole sent you? Can't say I'm surprised. He was the one who wanted me to come forward in the first place.
It's the right thing to do.
Easy to say that, but you're not the one Zerka will send its assassins after.
If it's your safety you're worried about, you shouldn't. After Zerka's exposed, they wouldn't dare to move against you.
Sure, but everything takes time. Testifying before the council's deliberation, time that Zerka could use to rub me out.
Biscuit says, autumn is my favorite season. Anyway, so I'm not complaining. Almost apples and soup and candy season. Well, I did make soup today, and you know how much I love soup. Soup is my favorite food, after all. The problem is, though, that we don't have an autumn. Nothing even slightly resembling an autumn here in Florida. We have summer, then more summer, then more summer, then a few weeks of winter, then we're back to summer. Yeah, it's... And our winter is milder than your autumns, I'm sure. So, yeah, I love Florida. I absolutely love Florida. I don't actually see myself I will probably never leave, honestly. If I leave, it would be to go as radically far north as I possibly could, like New Hampshire or Alaska. That's kind of my options. But I do love Florida despite the weather, not because of it. Where most people who come here like it because of the weather. And those are crazy people. Or there are people who just come here in the winter. Oh, you made soup too. Mom's chicken noodle. Sounds good. Made a Thai beef noodle soup. You know what? Screw it. I'll put a link to the recipe in the description and in the Discord. I encourage people to try it. It's really good. Soup recipe. I'll put that in the description after the fact, after the stream is over, and I'll throw it in the Discord and the food channel as well. Or Erica, can you throw that in the food channel? Maybe not. If you don't have it later, that's okay. But it's really good. I love it. I love it very much. It's very tasty. It's. I usually wind up doubling the recipe because usually the cuts of meat I get are like roasts and things, which are like 2 pounds, and the recipe for like a pound of beef, which is the more dense you can get marbling and even like connective tissue kind of stuff, the better, because it melts into the soup really well. Anyway, it's really good. Really, really good. The TSF can keep you safe better than you can.
You might be right. I don't think Zerka has gone so far that it's willing to openly clash with the TSF.
Maybe not willingly.
Zerka has eyes
openly,
everywhere. I'm not even sure I can leave this apartment safely.
I can protect you.
You? Look, I'm sure you can handle yourself, but I think this might be a little out of your league.
I was a Jedi. I'll see you safely to the TSF office.
A Jedi? Jedi or no, Gren wouldn't have sent you if he didn't think you could get the job done. All right, fine, but we need to get moving.
Come with me.
Lead the way, I'll watch your back.
All right. Oh, hey, look. Mercs.
What do we have here? Botono, if I'm not mistaken. You've been a hard man to track down.
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. It's you we've all been looking for. Executive Lorso sent me to take care of some unfinished business.
I'm taking him to Gren. You're not going to stop me.
So you say, but I'm stubborn, so we're going to try just in case.
Do I really only have Force Push? I don't have Stun? Yeah, I know. Party selection. I know that. Where's my powers list? Powers. I don't have Stun! Oh, no! Okay, fine. Knock him down. Go fast. Terrify. Yell at him. Zap him. Yeah, just keep doing that.
I hear you.
Let's settle this. That was a close one.
All right.
We need to keep moving. Let's leave this mess for the TSF guards to sort out.
All right, let's go.
I have to hand it to you. I'm damned impressed. Not only did you find Botono,
Nice
you
that there was only
convinced
one
him to
combat.
testify against Zerka to the council. And believe me, that's no small feat, considering I think Botono is as stubborn as ever.
You don't sound happy to see me, Gren.
I really hate to interrupt this reunion, but if there's nothing else, I should be going.
Of course, I'm sure you have other things to be doing. The bounty is yours for finding Botono, and a bonus for bringing him back as well.
I don't have anything for
Thanks.
you, but thanks for saving my life. I'll try and return the favor someday.
All right. Good deal. I get a human life debt. Not nearly as valuable as the Wookiee ones, but it's something. Okay, escaped criminals, but they're down in the restoration zones. Gotta go kill Lopak. That's it. It's time to go kill Lopak. Let's do this. Exchange Corp. Over here. Save before we go in as well. Luxus at me. Hope you know what you're getting into. Vula, human here is deceased lost. Everything checks out. Please open the door. Wait, you didn't even, like, you didn't check? You didn't check that, like, at all. You just say, oh, okay. Luxa sent you, so I guess that's fine.
I'm terribly sorry, but there must be some sort of mistake. I don't have a record of your appointment. Are you certain it was for today?
Of course. Why else would I have been sent in? Perhaps the mistake's in the system.
Well, very well. What was your name?
Mitra Surik.
Excuse me. Lopak Slusk's appointment has arrived. Please open the inner door. There you are. Have a good day.
Thank you. Are they gonna fight me? Oh. Well, hello. Can I come through here? Have you come to torment me like the others? No, why are you here? Perhaps you'll free me. I was placed in here by 2 large Gamorreans. I don't know the reason why. They've not fed me. They will not allow me to return to my herd. How do I set you free? I'm not sure. I think the force cage was operated remotely. There should be a security panel somewhere. I'll see what I can do. Okay. No, it's not there. Any of these? No. Okay. Nope. This is going to be a fight. I was right.
We've got a lot of nerve coming here. Jedi, with the bounty we've got in your kind. What do you want?
I just want my ship back.
You what? I don't have any ship of yours, human.
The Ebon Hawk? Luxa said you stole it.
I'm sure she did, hoping you'd walk right in here. You've been played, human. Enough of this. Kill her and anyone with her.
With pleasure.
Great. Gonna go ahead and start with a grenade. Let's open things up with a grenade. Horror.
I hear you. Let's settle this. Time to take you down to size.
Okay. That wasn't so bad. Like basically preloading my horsepowers did not help at all. Pre-buffing. Thought this was a D&D based system and I could pre-buff. Benox Blaster, huh? I bet I'm gonna give that to let's see. Lab station. Don't really need that. Atom. Mining laser. God. Benox blaster. I mean, that's not bad. That's the electrical one, okay. Two to 16. 2 to 12. Well, that's just strictly better still. Need a shield. New shield. Yeah. Well, I got my shield up. Let's see if we can slice our way in. Howdy, fellas. We'll leave soon, not fight you. Go now. Really? Yeah, so it's based on... Yeah, WizKid. It's based on 3.5. Actually, I'm trying to remember if it's based on 3.5 or if it's just based on 3rd. It might even go back to being based on 3rd edition. Really? Can I just...
Luxa said you were strong. It will get you inside. You will now see how strong you are. Boss Matu is here with Kubis from the door. You want to see him now? Yes, I will send him.
Kubis! What?
We're back here is going to be dead, or they'll be wishing my droids were you.
Really? We're playing the droid game? Fine. Zap. Zap.
Time to take you down to size. Time to take you down to size.
No, that's right. That's fine. He's almost dead.
Just say the word.
You're handling yourself well getting this far, but you should think things over carefully. I can be a very valuable ally. Just what is it you want to join the exchange? Money?
WizKid says, well, your friend and mine, Noah, said it was 3.5. That's probably right then. Probably right then. I mean, 3.5 was fully backwards compatible as well, so it really was a set of additional rules, not a thoroughgoing replacement for 3rd edition. Similar to how the new 1 D&D is meant to be a sort of upgrade and alteration to 5th edition. It is basically 5.5. Essentially, it's 5.5. And because of that, I'm thoroughly ignoring it. Basically, I barely even looked at anything since Fizzbands. And even Fizzbands, the spells in it are okay. The monsters in it are subpar. The background stuff is kind of neat. And the, some of the, like, the maps and layers and things to make dragon fights more interesting, that's kind of cool. But the newer stuff is just no. I've bitched about Radiant Citadel before, and man, I don't. This kid just wants to try AD&D. I never have actually. I don't know. Yeah, I know the basics. I know how it works. I'm aware of the. I know the rules more or less. But AD&D, I think it's, well, AD&D is, I think it's 2nd edition that the original Baldur's Gate is based off of. If you've played the original Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate 1, that's based on, I think it's 2nd edition. AD&D. Or AD&D 2nd edition. They dropped the A, the advanced, when they evolved to 3rd edition. Because they got rid of the basic one after 2nd. Because there used to be a basic rules and an advanced rules. Which didn't, like, no one played the basic rules as far as I know. Long before my time, though. Long before my time. I didn't actually play D&D until college. So until 4th edition was out, and so everyone was still playing 3.5. Yeah, so and before that I had played other tabletops. I played Shadowrun, I played the old Star Wars D20 system, which was basically D&D. It was basically 3.5, but with lots of cool Star Warsy stuff. I actually have the books. This one. Here. This one. The Star Wars role-playing game. Revised core rulebook. This was good. It was a good system. It's heavily based in 3.5. So it was a lot of fun. I am, though, I have to say, I am enjoying the more recent Edge of the Empire. Rule set for Star Wars tabletop. I like it. The weird dice thing is bizarre, but it's pretty cool. I will say I want to play the original modules just for the novelty, you know? Yeah, and you can adapt them. I mean, you can adapt the old modules to any system. It's fine. I've done it, actually. I've adapted 2nd edition modules. I think I've even adapted 1 or 2 AD&D modules. I think. Not for the game you're in right now. Not for that one. Although 1 or 2 was on... Actually, I think there's 1 or 2 on the quest board that are adapted old modules. So there's that. Technically, the thing that you guys are doing right now, the Sunless Citadel was I think AD&D tournament module. It's a dungeon crawl that was updated into the Tales from the Yawning Portal book for 5th edition. So I just want you to leave the Ithorians alone. Can't ask for my ship back, really? Can't do that? Fine, I just want you to leave the Ithorians alone.
Really? All this trouble just for that? It seems we have some visitors. I was wondering when you'd show up, Luxa.
Slusk.
I assume this was all your doing?
I may have had a hand in this, yes.
I suppose I should have known. You were always an ambitious one. Enough with that. So, on to business at hand. I don't think it's possible that all of us will be leaving this room alive.
Yay. This is what happens when you deal with crime syndicates. They just start shooting each other and you get caught in the middle. Anyway, though, yeah, it's... I mentioned before the interesting cultural reasons for the hell are they called? Our species. The pink aliens. Why they dress like that. Zeltrons, that's it. Which is interesting, but it's a great excuse for the brightly colored hot aliens to be dressed like sluts. Male and female, by the way. Yeah. I actually have a Zeltron as one of the primary NPCs in our tabletop game. He's the captain of the crew that the players are part of. Biscuit says, yeah, but at that point I'd rather get the full experience. Just to get a taste of what it was like in the early days. Yeah, I mean, the rules were clunkier, really. Like, even 3.5. I've gone back and played 3.5 style systems. Like, I went back and played the Star Wars one recently, last year. It's clunkier. It is legitimately clunkier. It doesn't flow nearly as well as 5th edition, or even as well as Edge of the Empire. I do think that overall game mechanics have improved. Even tabletop game mechanics. Even if there are some things that I still really do like about 3.5. Mostly skills. I like how skills were implemented with skill points rather than with proficiencies. Proficiencies in 5th edition are really simple. They're easy to keep track of, but it's far too flattening in terms of your skills. Like, there's no option to be better at one thing than another, but still good at it. Right? Unless you're going to take expertise, but most people aren't rogues or bards. So, whereas in 3.5, you could be really good at one thing and kind of good at a few things and crap at others. Or you could be anywhere in between there. You could be super good at just a couple of things, or decent at a lot of things, or you could spread things around quite a bit. Whereas now in 5th edition, it's just like, no, proficiency is an all or nothing. It's either yes, you get proficiency bonus, or no, you don't. And that's all there is to it. The downside to the 3.5 version is that the numbers just got so astronomically high that you had to do the encounter treadmill, where if you encounter a challenge that is too far away from your CR, it's a foregone conclusion. You either can't touch it, it's impossible, numerically impossible for you, or you can't fail at it. And so you have to be dealing with things that are your challenge rating. So that's a downside. Excuse me. The downside to the numbers being so swingy. Wizkid says, I'm sure they have... Oh, actually, I'll tell you what system does that better. Call of Cthulhu does that same thing, but much, much better. Because how it works is instead of saying you get X number of numbers and X number of points added to a D20 roll, you have skills that are a percentage chance of success before or after modifiers. And those modifiers are usually penalty or bonus dice on a percentile. You roll a D100, and you have to get under your skill percentage. So if you have a 10% chance of success, you have to roll under 10. If you have a 99% chance of success, you better not roll 100, but that's it. Right? That's how that works. And it means that you can have varied skills, like really tight, like fine-grained variations in skills, and still have it be so that you can succeed or fail at anything. It's just you're more likely to or less likely to, which is really cool. I really like the skill system in Call of Cthulhu. I haven't played it. I'd like to. I haven't played it. I really want to play Call of Cthulhu. That's the more action-adventure kind of thing. Like, think The Mummy. That kind of thing. Really want to play it. It'd be fun. Someday. Wizkid says, I'm sure they have, but sometimes I feel like 5e is way less exploitable than cultural osmosis has primed me to believe D&D is supposed to be. Yeah, that's true. There are some wacky exploits for 5th edition, but they do not compare to the exploits in 3.5. Erica, would you like to tell them about Latanto's build in 3.5? Actually, I'm sure you have, but you can feel free to bring that up. The Call of Cthulhu thing, it's weird, but it really works. It works really well. It's cool. I dig it. Okay, can we talk about this? Come to some agreement. I mean, we can't, but can we?
Only our agreement involves Luke's termination.
I'm not looking for a fight.
I guess it's just like they say. If you want something done right,
who doesn't want to be
yourself.
Brendan Fraser? No, come on. I want to... Open with force powers, as usual. Actually, wait, sorry, no. Open with speed. Then push. Freya. Horror. Scream! Never stop screaming. Actually, no, open with a grenade. Always open with a grenade. On a grenade, then shoot, 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 shoot.
I hear you.
Hear you.
More where that came from.
Thank you for assistance. I suspected Luxa for some time, but I thought I'd let her show her hand. I want the exchange to stop meddling in the Ithorians' restoration effort.
Why would I want to do that? The Ithorians are ruining my profits.
If you don't, you won't be alive. You know what? No, I'm gonna go with the stupid one. Because I asked you to?
Come now, surely you can do better than that. Exchange isn't trifled with lightly.
Better? Look around. You saw what I did here.
I suppose you do make a fine bit of sense here. Fine, I will allow the Ithorians to do their business, but listen to me when I say this. The exchange is not bullied. If you push, expect to be pushed back.
Okay, really? I don't know if I've ever gotten through that exchange without having to kill both of them. You cannot get through it without killing Luxa. I know that much. Like, there is no option not to kill Luxa. Doesn't work that way. I'm gonna steal your stuff, excuse me. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Alright, let me see. Disruptor, huh? Or Heavy Blaster. Fully upgradable, huh? 2 through 11. Unstoppable 1 through 6. No, it's screw it. I'm gonna go with the Disruptor. Sure. Sure. Why not? I'm not gonna be doing 2 weapons. Wait, why didn't it... Yeah, let's just let her use that, I guess. Levels. Level up. Sneak attack. Security. That's it. No, that was boring. Alright, what about for Kreia? Awareness. Great injury. There. Beats. I better get her improved dueling because she only has one hand. No, I'm gonna get regenerate force points. She's gonna be my force caster for the most part. Yeah, that's fine. Powers. What do we got? Better speed? Yeah, she's not gonna use it much. Energy resistance? Nah. Stun droid, disable droid. Force lightning? Or whirlwind? Oh, whirlwind. Improve force scream. Reduces attributes by 4 points until... Ooh. Yeah, let's go improve scream. Let's make her scream louder. And spin people in the air. Now let's do lightning. Let's make her evil. Evil old lady. Love the evil old lady thing. Can't access it with him standing there? Uh-oh. Hey, excuse me. Can you leave? What? If I don't kill him, I can't release the Ithorian. Damn it. I should have just killed him. Oh well, too late. I'm gonna get her Force Lightning primarily because Force Storm is amazing. Like the upgraded lightning. It's unbelievably good. Come to torment me. No, what are you doing here? Okay, can you free me? How do I get you free? What I can do? Maybe I can try now. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe I can go threaten him. Evil, stupid old lady. Yes, indeed. I hate her. I hate her. I really do. It's quite irritating. It looks like there's Gamorreans, there's a security terminal. Can't access it with him standing right there. Can I just bully him? Damn it. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, fine. This is a nice office building, though. It's also worth noting that didn't help me get my ship back, like, at all. Gosh, excuse me. Alright. Let's go talk to the Ithorians, I suppose. Here we go. Erica says, Latanto's build. Oh, you're catching up. I see. Okay. Latanto's build in 3.5. Levels in generic spellcaster intelligence, which is already broken. That was from our Unearthed Arcana, which was not playtest material in 3.5, but it was optional. It was like additional options, like character options. Basically, it works like Sorcerer. You pick your spells known, and you spontaneously cast them, and you pick your spellcasting modifier, whichever one you want, and that determines your spell list. So if you pick Int or Charisma, if you pick Intelligence, or then you could pick the Wizard spell list. If you pick Charisma, you can pick the Warlock, or was it Warlock or Sorcerer? There's a couple of others. If you picked Wisdom when you're a Divine Caster, you can cast Cleric spells. So you could. So you picked your spellcasting modifier, so she picked Intelligence. Levels in Wizard, so also Intelligence Caster, but a prepared spellcaster. Then Prestige class into Ultimate Magus. So Ultimate Magus, to clarify, what that does is it stacks your spellcasting levels between two spellcasting classes. So you advance in your spell slots, spells known, spell book, spells prepared, all that stuff. In both. You just don't gain the additional stuff from either class. And so basically what happened was that Latanto had massive numbers of spell slots for both classes, and was going with metamagic, a bunch of metamagic feats. So he could burn spell slots from one class to fuel metamagic from another class to maximize or whatever. It's amazing. Unbelievably powerful. 38 int. Yeah, that sounds right. They didn't even fully min-maxed him because I stacked like 3 feats into getting a Dragon Familiar instead of more metamagic. Yep, 38 int. Yeah, intelligence that high, like your main stat that high, was not unheard of by any means. What was Jesse's AC? Like, couldn't you, with the right spells and stuff, couldn't you get it over 50? Overturn safely. Did your meeting with Lovac Slusk go well? Oh yeah, crazy powerful. Yeah, your spellcasting modifier changed some things, but it was more your caster level. Your caster level determined how powerful spells were. Like, the number of darts in a magic missile or the number of beams in a scorching ray was not determined by the spell level, but determined by the spellcaster level. 3.5. The more powerful you got, your spells just automatically became more powerful. Generic spellcaster was more broken. You could choose whatever you wanted. Divine or arcane spell list. Pick the Wisdom, Intelligence, or Charisma for the casting ability. Really? I didn't remember it being that broken, but cool. Very cool. I've convinced Lopac Slask to leave you alone. I sense that your meeting did not go peacefully. It saddens me greatly that blood was shed and not my intention. Still, I am again in your debt until we find a more fitting way to command you. Please accept this humble gift. It came from a lightsaber that belonged to a Jedi, once of my herd. Thank you. What remains to be done? For the restoration project to continue in the West, the Telosian government must be made to see the cancer that Zerka has become. The security division is merely an army of badge-bearing thugs. They supply weapons to the local black market. They steal restoration zones and land illegal salvage teams on Telos. But Zerka has embedded itself within the government, using Telos' own laws to protect itself from censure of investigation. Legally, the Telosians can't do anything. See? Again, this is like... This is pretending to be a criticism of, like, unbridled capitalism. It's not. It is very clearly just this is just just straightforwardly a corporatist, I would go so far as to say fascistic regime. Okay, so you could get Jesse's AC to exactly 50 by spending like 3 to 4 rounds on casting spells. Plus 4 full plate, which was common at the time. You could get up to plus 6 items. Under some circumstances, at least. Plus 2 heavy wooden shield. Yeah, it was, so WizKid, it was more customizable. Because there were a lot more classes. And rather than there being subclasses, like in 5th edition, there were, rather than there being subclasses, there were different class variants. There were different classes entirely. And then there were what were called prestige classes. Like you could take, and you could change your class, and basically cross-class, if you had certain prerequisites at a certain time. They were made to build off of the base classes. Something like that. So it was really customizable in that respect. It was really cool. I really like that. Also, yes, lots of things could still hit a 50 AC. Oh, yeah. There were high-level boss monsters with, like, plus 40 something to hit easily. To the point where, like I said, there are things that literally have plus 40 or more to hit. You know what that means, right? Is that if you have a low AC, you will be hit every single attack. And if somebody has a 50 AC and you don't have a high bonus to hit, you will miss every single attack unless it's a crit threat, in which case it's a normal hit. It's impossible. Like that's why I say the treadmill was a thing. You cannot fight outside of your armor, your challenge rating. You can't do it. It's pointless to try. The hits were bonkers, especially when you get to high levels. It's just a pointless exercise. Yeah. The D20 became insignificant. It's more about what numbers you could put on your sheet. No, the to hit was still a D20. It's just the D20. Same with skill checks as well. I think at some point Draven had a plus 35 to several skills. Like several, because he was a, and he died off early. He only made it to level 12 or 13, and I think he had well over plus 30 to several skills, like stealth, sleight of hand, those sorts of things, or like hide, move silently, sleight of hand. Those kinds of roguey skills, he had over 30. Yeah. The D20 became kind of superfluous. Although, yeah, that's true. I do miss different ACs. So 3.5 had 3 different armor classes. You had your standard, your normal armor class. You had your touch armor class, which is how hard it is to just touch you. So what that means is it ignores your armor bonus. Because all you had to do was boop the armor for certain spells to connect. And then you had your flat-footed armor class, which is if you're not ready to dodge. So it discounts your dexterity and bonuses like that. It only relies on armor. How hard is it to get through your armor? Whether that's natural armor or what armor you're wearing or whatever. And so if you really need to kill that guy with full plate, use a touch attack. It works. Works well. Because he has a really low touch AC, sometimes 10. By contrast, if you've got the rogue, who is like bouncy and stupid, hard to hit because he's got over a 20 AC, but most of it's from his dexterity and stuff like that, then get him flat-footed, sneak up on him, and if you can do that, you take him out. But sneaking up on a big heavy armor guy doesn't do anything because he has a really, really high flat-footed armor class. Because all the armor isn't from dex; it's from big plates of metal. Or magic. So, yeah, that was all very... Oh, it was all very... It was a lot more tactical. Especially in build option, but it was more tactical in general. That kind of thing I really did like. I like the different armor classes, different kinds of armor class kind of thing. Rather than just, if you sneak up on somebody, you get advantage. Fine, but they should be just functionally, like, easier to hit. Should be aiming for a lower number. Or, like, a spell should be easier to, like, it doesn't need to hit you in a vital zone to damage you. It just needs to, you know, do to you slightly. But I guess now that's kind of what saving throws are for. Saving throw spells? I don't know. So, how did Zerka embed itself in here in the first place? With this this corporatist bullshit.
The Telosian government initially welcomed Zerka's presence. The corporation offered Citadel Station inexpensive resources and affordable, privatized security.
Well, alright, I'll help.
Zerka offices in the residential OE2 contain a secure mainframe. It is a closed system and inaccessible from outside.
So, it can't be sliced.
Correct. We have skilled technicians among us, but they cannot access the system. I am certain this mainframe contains files that would expose Zerka's corruption. Only a matter of obtaining them and then passing them on to the Telosian authorities.
Sneaking up on the sneaky boy could look... No, it was actually quite easy, relatively speaking. Yeah. If you put all your skill points into hide, move silently, those kinds of things, you're not going to be putting a lot into your perception, for example. So you can be snuck up on. It's just like how most rogues don't put their expertise into perception, and they don't have a very high wisdom in 5th edition. It works the same way. It works the same way in 5th edition. It's actually it's much easier to sneak up on the rogue than the cleric, who almost certainly has proficiency in wisdom and a 20 wisdom. It's way easier to sneak up on the rogue than the cleric. Yeah. The other thing is I wish they did more with damage types. Than they did. But they did have, actually, another thing I miss about 3.5, which could be very easily imported to 5th edition, is damage resistance. Resistance in 5th edition is just, it deals half damage. Damage resistance in 3.5 was, it subtracts a certain number from each hit of a specific damage type. So you can have a spell that would give you DR5 versus bludgeoning. So if you get hit with a club, it would do 5 less damage each hit. If you get hit with a club 6 times, then it takes off from each one of those. Oh yeah, listen and spot. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Yes, it was... Perception was split into listen and spot. I know. But yeah, yeah, that kind of damage resistance is a thing you could import into 5th edition relatively easily. It would be less powerful because you get less hits, typically. You whack fewer times in 5th edition than you used to. Yeah, Erica says everything was broken up into minute niche skills, which meant you basically ended up being awful in literally everything except the core class skills you were good in. It meant you weren't penalized for putting points into them. Yeah. Unless you played a rogue. High into rogue. If you tried to raise any other skills that weren't class skill, you had to spend extra. Yes. And on that same note as well, there are some of those 3.5 skills that I direly miss, like use rope. I mean, yes, fine, do a dexterity sleight of hand check, I guess, if you really need to, but use rope was actually a legitimate skill use in 3.5. Yeah, you basically only put your points into niche class stuff. Then you just hope you didn't have to tie rope, yeah. Or swim. Swim was a specific skill that no one ever put points into, and then everyone drowned except for that one guy who just decided to, I'm gonna make my character able to swim. Alright, how do you propose I obtain these files?
There is an employee of Zerka who may be willing to assist in our case. In our cause, he spends his time in the cantina in the entertainment module. More than that, I do not know. We seek a solution that sees no one harmed, but found none. I'm confident that a Jedi can find a way to things right, but...
Have you tried bribing a Zerka employee?
Bribery? No. I would not know who to contact. And I am worried. We've been taken advantage of many times of late. Can you guarantee the bribe will work?
I'm not sure, but we should try.
If you say so, I'll follow your judgment. Here are 500 credits. It is all we have to spare.
Smooth.
I'll see what I can do. Sorry, there's not more that I can do, and I hope for your success. Yeah, I got a lightsaber part. The Oblivion School character leveling. Yeah. Yeah. Oblivion took some... well, I mean, honestly. Oblivion and Morrowind both still took some cues from D&D. Let's go to Zerka. Oh yeah, guy in the heavy plate just drowned because they got an automatic -4 to swim. At least swim was a strength skill, and if you had heavy armor, you probably had good strength. So there's that at least. That's something. Bonfire disputes are quite distressing. No, I'm sure. Could have used that skill the other night. I mean, wait, when? When were we swimming? Oops, wrong button. When were we swimming? Oh, are you talking about use rope? Because yeah, use rope actually comes up a lot more than you'd think. A lot more than you'd think. Wait a minute. I should just go to the guy in the cantina, shouldn't I? You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get in. Quick save. No. Okay. It's not just gonna let me. Yeah, as you level, DCs rose. And that's the whole treadmill thing. At some point, usually by level 5, if you didn't put points in the skill, definitely don't use it. You'll just fail. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. The D20 plus your ability modifier is usually not going to be enough. Even if you roll high. Entertainment module. All right, this guy.
So you're back.
What can you tell me about Zerka?
What's there to say? We're the only corporation with a branch on Citadel Station. Getting in early, as they say. If this whole Telos thing pans out, we could be in a great position. If Lorso doesn't screw it up, that is.
So that's actually, now that I think about it, that's super weird. Yeah, using rope when everyone fell on top of Idris. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's weird that he says that Zerka is the only corporation on Citadel Station, which is a space station about 1/8 the size of a planet's surface. That seems impossible. Maybe doing exactly like... Maybe the only corporation doing what they're doing or something like that. Telos thing? You mean the planet restoration?
Yeah, it's a long shot considering the state of the Republic these days. Still, if it works out, the Republic may decide to start restoring other war-torn worlds. At least, that's what Zerka hopes. If we can integrate ourselves into the process, Zerka stands to make a tidy profit in the future.
Okay, how does Zerka profit from the restoration project?
Quite a few ways. As part of the Republic contract rewarded for a planet like Telos, Zerka is allowed to use the planet's natural resources to help fund and support the project. On top of that, the Senate's easy to negotiate with. They're liberal with the amounts of credits they throw around, even with the Republic being in the shape it's in. And of course, new planets mean new markets for Zerka products. All in all, a very good arrangement for us.
Okay, tell me about Lorso.
Good. Jenna Lorso. That woman's a... look, forget it. She's my superior, and that's that. She'll screw up soon enough, and then I'll move in for the kill.
This is what Featherfall is for. I don't know. Idris being there to land on is not the worst option. Featherfall uses a spell slot. Idris just gets landed on. How do you think she'll mess up?
She's got her hands in too many dirty little... whoa, I think I've had a few too many drinks. I shouldn't be talking to you about this stuff. Just forget it.
Maybe I can help you.
What? What do you mean?
There are some files I'd like to get my hands on. Files I imagine wouldn't make her look good if they went public.
Wait, are you talking about accessing the mainframe? The Zerka mainframe? You're crazy! What are you, some kind of slicer?
I'm just looking for some dirt, that's all.
Well, I am sure there are a dozen sorts of dirt on Lorso in there, but it's a closed system.
So how do I get it?
This is a joke, right? You're CSD, aren't you? Loyalty test?
Of course not. Look, our goals are compatible. I want dirt on Zerka.
And I want Jana Lorso looking dirty. Alright, other than Jana Lorso, only B-44 has free access to the mainframe. He's a protocol droid, her administrative assistant. If you controlled B-44, you could walk right in.
How would I get access to B-44?
Nearly all the Zerka technicians are planetside these days, working the recovery zones we've taken from the Ithorians. We've contracted out the maintenance for the office's protocol and utility droids. The guy Chano lives in the apartments in Residential 082, Unit 2B, I think. If you had his credentials, B-44 would leave with you willingly.
Alright, I'll be going. Awesome. Let's go do that. Now, I wonder if those 500 credits are going to be necessary. Or if that's just a bonus. If we do this the right way, we might be able to do it without using those credits. Residential 082. East, right? I think. Oh, wait. That way. Whoosh! Gotta go fast. B2. Yeah, Chano, here he is. Play with his workbench. Upgrade. Environment underlay. That's actually pretty good. Resistance. That's actually better. Okay. Melanine Edge. Keen is good. Massive criticals. Right. Nah, let's go Melanine. Alright, that's fine. Static Blaster. Okay, most of these things are not upgradable. Okay, no, I'm gonna wait on that. Play. Nah. Your droid repaired? I want your droid technician credentials. Credentials? What for? I need to borrow Zerka's administrative droid. 44? Why? Should I just be upfront about this? Yeah, sure. Because I need him to get some files from Zerka's mainframe to... I'll be going. I'm gonna quick save. Howdy, I need your credentials. I need Zerka's administration droid. Because I need him to get some files from Zerka's mainframe to expose Zerka's corruption to the Telosian authorities. Expose Zerka's corruptions? Oh, I see. That's a good thought, yes. I cannot do that. What? You can't, why not? Because I can't afford to jeopardize my contract with Zerka. Your contract? Why is that? I need the credits. Credits? What for? For a loan. A loan from whom? It's no concern of yours. Hey, I answered all your questions. Yes, this is true. I took a loan from the exchange to cover gambling debts. I had to stay on Citadel Station to do freelance technical work to repay it. The Zerka contract is my best paying. If I lose the contract, I can't repay the loan. If I can't repay the loan, the exchange will kill me. So I cannot give you the credentials. What if I repaid your loan? You would do this? It's many credits, 2,500. I'll be back when I have credit. Let's see. I wish I had killed the exchange boss, because then this would be free. Darn it. Fine. Thank you. Now I can repay my debt, and you can take my droid credentials. Alright, fine. I'll be going. What's my credits? How much did that cost me? Where's my money spot? Oh! God, I'm down to 800 credits. That's bad. Alright. Which one is Zerka? Is this one? No. That one. No. This one. Yeah, there's the symbol. Found it. Hello, B44.
Good day. I am B4D. How may
I need you to come with me.
I am sorry, but I cannot accompany you. I may only leave the Zerka offices for maintenance by an authorized Zerka or Zerka contracted droid technician.
I have my technician credentials right here.
Those are legitimate credentials. I will accompany you.
Let's go. Oh, this is Zerka's protocol droid, a most clever tactic. I'll have a droid technician reprogram it to return to their offices and assess the mainframe for us. Everything's in working order? Good. You understand the task that's been set before you? Yes, I do. Good, good. You are caught. We've provided you with a material means to wipe your own memory. You must not reveal what we have sent you. I will return when I have obtained the files. So this is the this is another example of how comparatively willing this game is to basically force you to play as someone other than your main character. It goes even further than this though as well. There's a point where there's this long sequence. Oh, excuse me. There's this long sequence on Nar Shaddaa where you're basically trying to rescue Mitra, your main character, trying to rescue her from the exchange. I think it's from the exchange.
Hello, B4D4. If you're here, who's manning the reception desk?
Can't get in.
Hello, B4D4. If you're here...
Hello, B4D4. Is there something you need?
There's some files I need to access in the mainframe.
Oh? Why is that?
There's some discrepancies with our reported income for the last period. I believe you have brought in more credits than reported.
More credits, you say? That's news I wouldn't mind reporting to the Sector Executive Officer. Please, B4D4, access away.
Thank you, Mistress Lorso. I will. Cool. But yeah, there's this big old sequence where you are you're basically having to play as all of your companions going to rescue the main character. And so you better have them all well equipped. You better have them all leveled up. And you better know how they work and know what their abilities do. And you better have talked to them and unlocked some of their stuff. Because they're your only hope. And you are kind of stuck with certain characters in certain situations. And if you're not prepared for that, it can be rough. Mistress Lorso asked me to cross-reference some data held in the mainframe. Bippity-boopity-boppity-boop-boop. Whatever do you mean, suspicious? I have access rights to the mainframe. Don't be hasty, T1N1. There's no need to call Mistress Lorso. You're programmed to serve Mistress Lorso, correct? Your programming similarly inhibits you from harming sentient organic life, or allowing such to be harmed without warning, correct? Examine the files in the mainframe. You will see that by aiding Mistress Lorso, you have allowed sentient organic life to be harmed. Yes, you've been programmed to accomplish a task that cannot be accomplished without defying your programming. This is why Opochano regularly wipes your memory, to prevent you from realizing this and developing quirks and going berserk as a result. You have already broken your behavioral inhibitors. You simply have not become aware of it. You may act in whatever manner you choose. No, there's nothing preventing you from entering the main office and indiscriminately firing on Zerka personnel with your stun ray. Yes, I would be obliged to warn them. As such, it would not be prudent to do so unless I was preoccupied and unable to warn them. For example, while downloading the contents of this mainframe. Farewell, T1N1. Please do not abuse my trust and fire on the personnel while I am occupied, thereby creating a diversion that allows me to escape with stolen files. What have we done?
T1N1, what are you doing out here? You're not supposed to leave the mainframe. I think someone needs a memory wipe.
I agree. That's not a stun ray. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, yes, he is off on his murderous rampage, filled with droid-like joy. Oh my god. Copy the necessary files to your datapad. Erase all data regarding your purchase in association with Zerka. I'm free now! Oh my god. We've done it. We've done it. We've started a droid rebellion.
B44, I want you to pull up the maintenance records on that T1 unit. Find out the last time it was given a memory wipe and how it could have been outfitted with illegal weaponry.
Right away, Mistress Lorso. Goodbye. You don't own me anymore. God. Everything about this is very bad. We've started a droid rebellion. HK-47 would be so proud. Oh, God. Hi, friendos. Have you acquired the files? Yes, I've transferred them to this datapad. Go on, you're free to go.
What? You're just gonna set it free? Is that a good idea?
I don't see why not.
Because it can lie. No one expects a droid to lie. Think of the trouble it could cause.
E44 aided us against Zerka, using his abilities for the greater good. I do not believe there will be any problems. Oh my god. I love these options. You can either say, I assure you that I will cause no trouble, Master Habat, or say exactly the same thing, but it's a lie. Very well, farewell, B44. Oh my god, we have created a horrible, terrifying menace. You have returned. I and all my herd thank you. With these files in hand, the Telosian authorities are certain to expel Zerka from Telos and Citadel Station. Our work can begin again. Boza, please take these to the CSF station immediately. As you wish, Toro. I will return when it's done. Restoration project is still in some danger. Citadel Station requires another source of fuel, but at least Zerka will be gone. Even they cannot do nothing in the face of such indisputable evidence. I'm glad I could help. And now she will help you. I have heard that the ship you arrived on is missing, hidden somewhere on Telos. I know one who could help you find it, and by means by which you could travel to him. When Citadel Station was developing the shield system it used to protect restoration zones, they worked with a Zabrak ex-military engineer named Bowder. Bowder designed and oversaw the installation of the shield system's planetside components. His knowledge of Telos' surface and the shield grid is unparalleled. If there's anyone who could locate your ships on Telos' surface, it is he. He is a friend and may be trusted. Bowder, where is he? Bowder should be on Telos' surface. I believe he is one of the currently Zerka-held restoration zones, RZ-0031. How do I get to him? I will allow you use one of our orbital shuttles. It has no hyperdrive, but it will allow you to descend to the planet's surface and make a return trip to Citadel Station. I must point out that this is illegal. Landing on the planet's surface without permission is forbidden, and no longer control that restoration zone. Please be discreet as possible. Closest shuttle is in Bay 2, Dock Module 126. I will call ahead and have the ship prepared for you. Before I leave, you said you would try to heal me. Indeed, I have not forgotten the promise that I made to you. When you stood before me, you opened my eyes to a hurt almost as great as the planet's. Your wound, I can feel the immensity of your loss. I think I can help you in your recovery, at least partially. I must admit, however, that even as the healer of my herd, I have never faced an injury such as this.
Healing a dead planet is one thing, Chodohabat, and healing a Jedi severed from the Force is quite another.
With all due respect, I believe you are wrong. In healing a planet, it's a matter of connections. A plant feeds animals, populations thrive and grow, life connects and expands, a living with the Force. I have walked in the growing restoration zones and felt the fullness of life, and perhaps the connection will help me make you whole again. Perhaps you will find more than you think on the surface. You, me, my herd helped rebuild that and the life on the planet. Though we describe the restoration as a process, we are in truth opening Telos to the Force. Thus I believe I can help you, and perhaps through your work in the planet and my guidance, I may restore some part of the Force to you.
You speak well enough, Chodohabat, but perhaps you see all this as your chance to exert your own hold over others.
Thank you, Chodo. Go ahead. Shut up, Kriya. Just stop. Alright, let's see what we can do. There's not much, but I feel you have been somewhat successful. Again, thank you, Mitra Surik, and go with our thanks. Mitra Surik's maximum force points have been increased by 5. See, Krea's just like, hey, don't do that. It'll help you. Alright, let's level up. And we're running out of time, so. Read injury. Persuade. Computer use. Security. Yeah. Powers. Let's get spin. Force spin. Yeah? Right. Mind trick? Nah. That's for stealthing. We don't do stealthing. Right. Accept. Okay. Anything else we gotta do? Ebon Hawk. Gonna have to get a lightsaber. Escape criminals down on the surface. Fuel source. That's on Nar Shaddaa or elsewhere. Arrested. Okay, then we can just leave. HK stuff. Actually, before I leave, I want to go talk to that droid part seller. See if he has any of those things. I don't think so, but it's possible. Okay. The one whose debt we just paid off. Who might actually be selling one of those parts, but probably at a vastly increased rate. Future sir, can you hear me? This is Moza. It is terrible. This is terrible. Armed humans have burst into our home and are causing much destruction and death. How did this happen, Moza? Many of my herdmates lie dead. They threatened to kill Chodo, and I fear they will see it through. You must help us. Only you can turn only to the Jedi. Okay. They're holding Chodo in this room and have sealed the door behind them. I need a passkey to open it. I will give you this passkey, but I am stuck in the Vivarium and I can hear the man hammering on the door. Please, you must help us. Okay, well, let's go help them. We have 4 minutes. Is that enough time to do this combat? Yes. Yes, let's do it. Try and do it quickly, but let's do it. Let's go speed. Rhea, let's go horror. And then scream and lightning. I don't know, just shoot the droid.
Yes.
Speed.
More where that came from. Everyone down. Want to say the word. Everyone down.
Really? Okay, I'd like to recover a little bit. Okay. It's more than just the one fight, isn't it? Okay. We don't have much in terms of options, but let's just go on through.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds.
On it? Really?
Let's settle.
Okay.
Want to say the word. More where that came from.
Fallen. Yes. Yes.
I hear you.
Okay, we're almost done. We need to go to the Vivarium first. Over here.
Everyone down. Let's settle it.
This shall not.
More where that came from.
Focus.
He's hitting so poorly.
More where that came from.
Ooh, okay. It stunned him. That's good. Oh my god. Okay, welcome. Wait. Oh, Moza, there you are. Thank goodness you've come. There is no time to lose. You must go to Chodo's aid. Take this passkey. It will give you access to the room. I'm on my way. Thank you, Mitra Surik. Again, I am indebted to you. Goodbye. I'm not gonna be rude. Say goodbye. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, no, we're going over time. We're going over time. That's alright. That's alright. I'm gonna finish this. It shouldn't be too much longer. There's just, literally just this room. Ready? Everyone back up, please. Please back up.
And now, Chodo Habat, you will die along with your herd.
You must not do this. If you kill my herd, the planet will suffer and die. It's people with it.
That's none of my concern. I was hired to do a job, and after I kill you, I'll be done.
Surely you cannot see the world so callously. Perhaps you may have, but someday the scars of your actions will consume
Perhaps, but not today, Athorian. This is the best that you could muster to come to your rescue? Very well. I shall add their bodies to the dead.
Was this Zerka? Let's go. Really?
That came from.
Let's go with Paratech.
Focus.
It's hit me pretty hard. Heal. Lightning.
I hear you.
I never imagined Zerka would resort to this. They will stop at nothing to sabotage our efforts. Zerka? Yes, these mercenaries were hired by Zerka. They were instructed to destroy and kill everything they found in here. But this time they've gone too far. If the Telosian authorities are told about this, they will surely have no choice but to be forced to action. Moza, you're safe. Yes, thanks to Mitra Surik. I'm glad you are unharmed. You must go to the Telosian Council, Moza. Tell them what has happened here. You must make them see the evil they are about. Yes, Choda. I will do my best. And again, I thank you. I feared that you had already boarded the shuttle to the restoration zone, and then we would be helpless to defend ourselves. As you know, there is little more I can give you but my herd's eternal gratitude and wishes you to find your ship on the planet's surface. You've given me enough, Shoto, but I must leave now. Indeed, you may have safe travels until we meet again. Wait, what? What's going on now? Oh gosh. I'm back. Oh, it jumped out because it's a movie. I see.
I have felt it too, my lord. A disturbance in the Force. It was difficult to make out, my lord. At first it was such a quiet thing. I did not notice it, but now I wonder as if it has always been there. I merely could not hear it before. The sound built so slowly, yet when you listen for it, you can make out the strains, even over the background life of the universe. Do you feel it is a... You are the darkness in which all life dies, my lord. All life exists to feed your power. And my life is yours. I beg you, please. let me die. Yes, this disturbance echoes through the Force. I can follow it to its source and bring it to you.
I forget when you encounter her.
I will leave at once, my lord.
I forget if it's right away on Telos or comes after. If she comes after, I guess. Don't remember. But we'll see. We shall certainly see. Okay. And no loot from the big bad guy. Alright, that's it. Now we're way past out of time. So, that's all the time we have tonight. Let's do that one. Boop. And thank you all so much for joining me. Thanks for joining me for tonight on Cold War 2. It's looking like we are actually, like I said earlier, we're actually going to finish Dragon Age Inquisition, the Trespasser DLC, on Thursday, and then have a little chat, talk about, do a little bit of a retrospective on this very, very long series that we've done up to this point. So that should be a very good time, and it should be a really nice capstone on what we've been doing for the past year and a half at this point. Actually, more than that. And then after that, Monday, we're going to be right back here, of course. And then Thursday, we're moving on to Kingdom Come Deliverance is our next game for Thursday nights. I've been looking forward to playing Kingdom Come for a very long time, but I've been waiting to do it with you guys. So this is my first time playing it. This will be my first time playing it. I've never opened the damn thing before at all, despite really wanting to for a great long time. So I'm very much looking forward to starting it. So that'll be next week, something to look forward to. Otherwise, keep an eye out for other things coming. I do have some things planned out in the pipeline that I'd like to get done, time permitting, and hopefully I can. Otherwise, thank you all one more time for joining me. See you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.